From the Excel Energy Center in downtown St. Paul, home of the Minnesota Wild. Tonight, home of the Minnesota Class 2A state championship between the Andover Huskies and the Crimson from Maple Grove. I'm Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs, and we get to come back for another great night of hockey, Jim. And what a battle. Two teams who have met twice this year already. They split on the season. They're from the same conference. They didn't even win the Northwest Suburban Conference. That shows you the depth of the conference. And I think everyone's looking forward to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight's, not only, the Maple Grove team, they weren't even the number one seed in their section, in Section 5. They were number 2 to Rogers. But this should be an outstanding matchup tonight. The Crimson coming in with a 23-6-1, while the Huskies come in 24-5-1. Classic matchup, great skating. I can't wait for this thing to get going.
Well, it is, and that first line for both of these squads have some impressive numbers on the season. That first line of Casey, Conway, and Thorson for the Huskies, they've lit the lamp 62 times on the season. Meanwhile, for this Maple Grove crew, that first line of Brink, Gunderson, and Giuliani. Giuliani has put up a total of 77 goals between the three of them. So some power punch, and we're seeing it tonight. Moving left to right will be the Crimson. They win the faceoff, and we are underway in St. Paul. A quick shot to Bronze, just checking those nerves, and then flying through and putting the stick down. No penalty there as Knox came over.
Yeah, Joe, tonight really the keys for the game, real quick. These first two lines for both of these teams, the first line has got to, whoever wins that battle is going to win the war. Austin Braun for the Huskies has to continue to have a tournament like he's had. And finally, the Huskies have to stay out of the box.
Thanks, Jim. Thank you. Right, shot from the right to the face-off. Quick shot, goal, rebound right there on the doorstep. Battling, trying to tie him up was Law, but it's the Crimson who light the lamp first, and that's going to go to number 37.
It'll be Finn Brink who got the goal.
Yep.
And that was a shot in from the point. I believe that was Danny Nelson who shot it in and just went off. Yep, Danny Nelson, and went right off the pad. And something we haven't seen from Bronze is those rebounds. He hasn't given up a lot. That one he did, and that one cost him.
Just
12 seconds in.
12 seconds in is right, Jim, and it's the Crimson who jump out first. Again, these two teams met in the regular season and split. They both won as visitors. Moving in again, trying to get it going. Nice job there, stepping in front that time by Casey to disrupt the entry in. Through the neutral zone now, Crimson moving nearest, left to right. Down below. Trying to hold the zone. They do. Sent it to the fire point. Now a shot from the right face-off circle, and save is made by Bronze. Back again. They'll relight that one. That's Sinclair getting ready. Tangled up in the corner. There's going to be a whistle. Some extra activity.
And we got a penalty coming too to Maple Grove right now.
Yes, Thorson was hauled down in the corner, and they felt excessive there. The goal by Brink, by the way, his 29th of the season.
So Giuliani, you go to the box. Josh Giuliani, go to the box right off the bat for roughing.
Giuliani will take those 29 goals to the penalty box with him, and Andover gets a chance on that power play. A lot like last night's semifinal start for the Huskies. They got that power play opportunity in the first, couldn't connect and take advantage of it, but meanwhile they did score about a minute later. That was the first of 2 goals on the night for Thorson. And now a breakout for Thorson near board. He skates into the Crimson end. Circles behind, now in front. Disrupted and pickpocketed it there by Maple Grove. Moving it back, trying to take some time off the clock there on the Crimson. Moving it up and picking up the loose change. Thorson now comes in ever so dangerous. He cuts behind, looks to go, and then centers it. Trying to center, there's Casey. Casey takes it to Knox. Knox just inside. He's playing the point of that umbrella formation on the power play. Knox cuts in, unable to connect. A shot there from the half wall, just misses, and it's through the corner where Law's going to pick it up for Andover. Back again to Casey. They still control, and still 1 minute left on the power play, and just getting beyond the blue line off of Knox there. And the Huskies will have to bring the unit back out and set up again. Setting in is Conway. Drop pass. A quick shot save is made, and no one around for that rebound, but a good crisp shot on goal there for the Huskies, and a nice save by the Maple Grove goalie Hop.
Yeah, Hop came in with a 17-16-1 record, 2.32 goals against, 941 save percentage.
Well, let's hope that puck has some hop to it for the Huskies tonight as they go against an impressive goalie. Trying to hold the zone, will not be able to as Maple Grove wins that faceoff. That alone will also be valuable tonight, those faceoff wins for Andover. Moving it up, and they have 30 seconds left on the power play. Does Andover. They're moving right to left. They're in the Maple Grove end, the attack zone now for the Huskies, trying to move that puck around, rotate it in the near side. Sets in front, turns, fires, just missed it at that time. It's that good pass, and Gravik couldn't connect as he had no one around him. I don't think he knew how wide open he was, but he turned, fired, and was just wide of the mark. Stringfellow brings it back up, back at full strength. Successful penalty kill for Maple Grove, and in comes the Huskies. Far side, shot is Dahl. Dahl to the low side. Maple Grove picks up the loose puck and tries the breakout. They get it to neutral ice, take the next pass. Opposite side of the boards, off the board. A shot taken, save Bronze. Deflection comes out to half wall. There's Maple Grove in the high slot. Shot again, save. Nice quick pad save there. Another shot, another save. This time a stick save and sent into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. 13:50 to go here in this opening period, and Maple Grove just jumped out to a 1-0 lead 12 seconds in.
Yeah, scoring went to Brink, and the assist went to Gunderson and Nelson. We'll talk a lot about Landon Gunderson. He's the stick that stirs the pot for the Crimson.
Face-off will go just to the left here of Bronze. Ringing it along, half wall, dropping it out. That's Goman. Back down, and now a chance. Good lunge, reaching for this one. And I'm still kind of looking to see, hey, how are those legs doing for the Huskies early on here? As we heard in the press conference last night that a lot of cramping that night before, and it sure didn't play like it. Once they got out there, they seemed to have forgotten about it, but once that game was done, they were feeling it. Now the Huskies break out of their own end again. 13 and change to go here in the first period. Falling to the ice and taking the shot there with the Huskies, so the save was made. Holding the zone near point is Andover, and finally they try to put a shot on, does not make the net. The shot initially was by Tristan May for Andover. May deflects, now holds it up, and coming in with some spark. Number 34 there for Maple Grove. Shot here, and he's back in front trying to deflect and redirect the focus on the shot from inside the blue line. Now it carries out through neutral ice, and Maple Grove sends it in.
Yeah, Maple Grove is dictating the pace of this game right now, and the Huskies need to step up their passing attack.
Moving it off the board. Good job. Little give and go back. Tape to tape. Tangled up nicely in the corner there. Was the forward for Maple Grove as he was going to try to put that pass on the stick of another forward near the front. There's a shot back door. Rebound goal.
Yeah, it's Josh Giuliani with his 29th assist again from Nelson. Almost the same shot is what, or same goal as what they had on that first one. Rebound given up. Juicy rebound right out in front. An easy goal for Giuliani.
Giuliani, as you mentioned, good hands, good awareness. That rebound, here's the thing, the rebound came out where you want to put it as a goalie. It comes out for pad and you want to send it to the opposite side, but they're not tangling up there for the forwards. They're not tying them up enough, and he's right there on the doorstep. No one to pick him up, and he put that in back door.
Well, the Huskies have not played behind a whole lot this season, and really not at all during the tournament. They're going to need to figure out a way just to calm down and remember their mom and dads are still going to love them, and just play hockey the way they have the first two games.
They're just checking out to confirm that goal. So goal number 29 on the season for Giuliani. And it's a 2-0 lead for Crimson. Maple Grove And a shot they try to center again, hits the side of the post, trying to work it out. And finally they do, does Andover, and that is Cogswell. Sends it down low. Cogswell now up in the high slot looking for the puck. Maple Grove controls the puck and skates out as Huskies cannot put something back down near Cogswell. Behind the net there, a collision ensues, and that's Law. Shot from Maple Grove. They're firing some biscuits already. They've outshot Andover 7-4 here in this first period, but more importantly, they've outscored them 2-0 early. 11:30 to go here in this opening period. Long lead pass there. In fact, it's going to be Cogswell sending it deep, which will allow the Huskies to make some wholesale line changes both offensively and on the blue line. Dumping it in, giving chase. There goes Hudson Zinda. Zinda's had some success against this Crimson squad. And now a centering pass looking for the blast. There's Knox, hits traffic, did not make it to Hop, and then it's dumped into one of the team's bench, I think Maple Grove. And with 11:05 to go, Jim, we're going to have a face-off in the Maple Grove end. Some good activity, good chances to score there for Andover.
Yeah, and Hop has been good about not giving up rebounds. He gave up a little bit of a rebound there, but he's been good on just sucking it in, and the defensemen around the net have been good at clearing the path for him.
11:05 to go, first period. They take a TV timeout, and both these teams have some scoring punch, and we've seen that all season, but right out of the gate, it's been Maple Grove.
Yes, it has. And speaking of that, Maple Grove's coach is Todd Berglund. He's been 17 years with the Crimson, 7 as a head coach. This is his 4th time he's taken the Crimson to state. He's kind of the royal family of the Thief River Falls area. His brother Tim is a coach up at Thief River Falls. His other brother Scott was the head coach of Thief River Falls. Tim played in the NHL for 4 years. And all 3 of these coaches have taken their teams to the state tournament.
And meanwhile, of course, Mark Manny, Stork and Andover on his own right as well. Impressive career records and numbers there. He's in his 13th season, picked up win number 121 last night. But I'll tell you what, he was a character in the press conference afterwards.
Yes, he was. He was. I think one of the talking about Knox's leadership, Weston Knox's leadership, and he said that Weston is FEMA. For the Huskies. He would clean up the locker room after Hurricane Manny would come through at times, and really, and none of the players really even batted an eye at that, Joe. They knew that Weston Knox was that guy.
He did, and we saw Knox come over and talk to Dahl when he was a third period penalty, when there was a chance there for the Pioneers to tie it up. But had a little chat and took that leadership role there. How did the Huskies get here? Well, the Huskies got here with a win, a 2-1 win, impressive over Moorhead in the quarterfinals. And then last night, a 4-2 victory over the Pioneers. So Pioneers coach also very disappointed with the team's performance. Thought maybe 2 individual one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yep. And, their goal every year is to get to state, or to win state. Not to get to state, but to win. Pretty impressive goal planning.
We're back into play. They'll drop the puck, and it's controlled here by Maple Grove on the breakout. Moving it up there was Skansen. Down low and picked up there by Law. You can see right now, Huskies not at that pace we're used to seeing them here in that first period. And I know in the press conference last night, Mark Manny had said, hey, we take a look, like the first 4 or 5 minutes, and we see the shifts and who's got some juice. Sometimes it's the sophomores, sometimes it's the senior line, sometimes it's the junior line. And right now they're looking for juice of any sorts. They can ill afford to go down 3-0. Big blast here and a save. Seen it all the way was Bronze. And Austin Bronze comes in with an impressive portfolio on the season and a nice save there, Jim.
Yes, he comes in 21-5-1 so far, 1.68 goals against. He's up for the Mr. Goalie of the Year, and he's got 5 shutouts. Very good tournament so far. I know that today has not started kind of the way he was hoping it, but has had an outstanding tournament.
Face-off in the Andover end, controlled by Andover, but they cannot move it from beyond the corner. Now they do. I believe that was Goman trying to usher it beyond the blue line. And Maple Grove sends it right back in again, giving chase. His Stringfellow Moves it up and misses on that headman. That's a tough pass right at the blue line. It actually rocketed hard and went right between the skates. Tough to position it there. The pass by Goldman could not handle. Meanwhile, it'll be icing on Andover, and they'll bring it back right into their zone, just to the right of their net here for Andover.
Well, these two coaches, Manny and Berglund, have gone against each other. This is the 15th time Berglund has 8 wins against Manny's 6.
That's a great fact. Thanks, Jim. I love that. Into the corner, breaking in off the face-off, and a chance that just goes wide of the mark there. Shot by number 14 and Giuliani. And it's again that face-off. They have got to win some of those face-offs, does Andover, but they're going to have a chance here. Down 2-0, the Huskies. Moving in, Maple Grove take it behind their net, and they'll try to pick it up. Will Andover and disrupt the momentum of that puck. Knox is over there. Now Giuliani sends it to the near point, to the far point. Pass, shot, delayed, loose puck, and Bronze is on top of that to put the glove on and freeze it there. And they're getting about 2 good passes tape to tape and then sending it from the far points, and they've had success by getting rebounds with a lot of traffic in front of Bronze.
Yeah, and this first line for the Maple Grove Crimson is outstanding. Brinks, Gunderson, and Giuliani, they just know where each other are on the ice at all times.
This tonight, the state championship Class 2A, a Whistler off the face-off again. That's won by Maple Grove over the top of the net. Good chance there, but unable to convert Maple Grove, and we've got a whistle.
A high stick, and it'll be a face-off down in the Maple Grove zone.
One thing they didn't know yesterday in the semifinals for either of these teams would it be one of their last games, and this time tonight they do.
Yes.
This is the final for a lot of these seniors out here, and they are going to give it all. I can guarantee you no lead is safe for either team tonight here in the Class 2A state champion. The Huskies looking to take their first state championship. This is their first visit to a championship game, well deserved. Circling back, Maple Grove off the face-off. Now through the neutral zone. Cross rink off the board. They'll gather up. And now poke check. Now still with it. Going down defensively and tying up an insurge coming there and a shot. Another blast from the near point. That hit too much traffic. Did not make it to Bronze. And it's cleared out by Conway. Conway was going to try to move it on and beyond that, but just got it to the neutral zone. A chance now for the Huskies as they break in. Here comes Casey. Back again to Thorson. Shot and a goal! They convert on the 3-on-1 rush. Thorson back to Casey, and it's a goal for Andover, and they now cut that deficit in half at 2-1.
Well, what that whole play started with Casey being able to intercept that pass, get it over to Thorson. Thorson went on his backhand, a pass right over to Casey, right on the tape. Nothing Hop could do. Just an outstanding goal for the Huskies, and they're back in this game.
Thorson started it out in Casey. Casey back to Thorson. Thorson just set it up perfectly. They even knew what was coming, did the Crimson, and they could do nothing to stop it as there's a TV timeout. 2-1, the lead now for the Huskies, and they just kind of taking a look at the goals here and like to review the majority of them.
Yeah, this is an actual review. I think they're going to see if Casey was in the crease or if there was goalie interference at all.
Well, and you know what? There's no harm done by contesting. Unlike in an NFL, you can only do so many appeals. These guys can take a look at as many as they want, and Andover shows some juice right there. They show some of the juice we saw last night, and they cut into that deficit with 8:33, almost midway through this first period, and that could be the spark the Huskies needed.
Yeah, the first line, they have done a good rotation. It hasn't been double shifts for the first line for Andover. And you can see all of a sudden that line had a little hop on this last shift. One thing that, as far as Section 7 earlier today, the Hermantown Hawks were able to take the Class A championship against Warroad 3-2. It's a possibility. I just saw the linesman skate over and talk with both coaches. Wonder if there's going to be we're going to call it a no goal. Neither team is is excited yet, but
kick over there. Meanwhile, Maple Grove on the season went the season without experiencing 2 losses back to back. In fact, they had a 9-game winning streak, and right now they're currently on a 6-game winning streak. The last time the Huskies in Andover, the Crimson in Andover met was on February 12th, and that was a 4-1 win for Maple Grove. But then Hill Murray is who Maple Grove faced next on February 16th, and they lost to Hill Murray 3-0. That was the last loss they had in the regular season and to date. So hence right now they're in the midst of that 6-game winning streak. A goal for the Huskies. They count it. Yes, ring it up.
Outstanding. That cuts the Huskies. That just gives a little juice to the Huskies as they were a little bit on their heels. Braun's got to feel a little bit better about where he's at right now. Again, Casey passed up, and a outstanding pass threaded the needle from Thorson.
Outstanding goal number 23 on the season for Caden Casey, and for Thorson, assist number 44. And wow, did that build some tension?
Yes.
Waiting for that decision to come in. It's like they looked at everything, including complete background histories of every player on the ice before they decided it was a goal. Breakout. Now you see some juice coming here, and they just missed connecting on the pass on the far side there. That was a chance there as May was trying to hit one of the wingers out front. That might have been Dahl.
Yep. So Caden Casey with the goal. And 1 assist to Thorson.
So there you go. Number 1 line now with 63 goals on the season. And I'll tell you, they needed that push right there. They needed that energy. Still down a goal. The Huskies 2-1. And Maple Grove deflects it, stays at the blue line, not out. No, they said it was brought in offside by the defenseman number 5 there for Maple Grove. And that will take the face-off just outside the blue line. The Huskies still need to find a cure. You know, it's always treating the symptoms versus the disease. They need to find that cure for winning some face-offs.
Yeah, and one thing, the Huskies have been outshot in their first 2 games, and they're being outshot right now on a 9-5 lead by the Crimson as far as shots on goal.
7:54 to go here in this opening period. Maple Grove scored twice, and now answer was Andover at 8:33 of the first period. In front, good hustle there by Maple Grove, but a pass out put right on the stick of Thorson. He'll skate out of their own end, try to get it around the defense, hits a skate. And now a cross-rink pass for Maple Grove, moving in, number 17 here for Maple Grove, now behind the net. Picking it up, trying to put it in front, loose puck there, tangled up enough by the Huskies, and now coming back the other way is Conway. Conway tries to put it on the stick of Thorson cutting in, but in fact he deflects it into the netting. So a face-off will come, well, I think it'll come near center ice. With 7:18 to go here in period number 1, both teams have scored many goals this season. In fact, 156 goals on the season for Maple Grove. And Andover, meanwhile, 134. But in the first period, we'll talk about that in a minute. Now skating in full head of steam. Maple Grove moving in on the Huskies. Again, another face-off won there by the Crimson. Able to carry it off Knox that time as he not only took the puck away, but brought it up near center ice and then dished it to the forward. Sent in, making the stop behind his hop for Maple Grove. A breakout now ensues, and dumping and chasing is Maple Grove. Knox will get there first, ring it along the near board, and a breakout chance here for Dahl, but unfortunately that's diminished and diffused by Maple Grove, and forcing the Huskies back to pick it up. Cogswell and sending it in. He'll send a backhand in deep, but not far enough for an ice, and the Huskies will make some wholesale changes on the fly. Back to the corner, and now behind, a big check put on Stringwell. Coming over to help out in that corner is Gravink. Now the puck flows its way here just below us, near side, half ball. Look out, dangerous there with the puck. Giuliani, and a player is down for the Huskies, and the stick is broken. still trying to work their way up and get beyond that puck there. Huskies poking prod it. That's Martin. Here's a shot from a narrow angles there in Huskies control. Well, they did momentarily put it off the board, and that was Gravink, and now it's sent right back in again as the puck sent in hit the broken stick, which slowed the momentum. Centering pass, moving in, deflected nicely by the defense, not allowing Maple Grove to take a shot. Just inside, a shot here hits traffic in front, deflects to the half wall, and sent back length of the ice. And we're seeing a little more ices and icing calls here against Andover than we did last night.
Yeah, and really not quite the aggressive nature that they've had in the past. They were kind of waiting for the skating, and really the Crimson took it to the body. Good hitting by three right in a row by that Jaglow line. Tallis, Jaglow, and Steenerson. Very physical on that last shift. Really kind of took the Huskies out of their game.
Meanwhile, Maple Grove, how did they get here? A quarterfinal win over Edinos. That was 6-2. Then 4-2, 5-2. My bad, 5-2, and then it was a 6-2 win yesterday over Prior Lake to advance here to the finals.
Yeah, and their sectional final was against Rogers, and Rogers actually was his number one seed, and they're an outstanding team this year. Had a very, very good season. That Section 5 included Maple Grove, Rogers, Centennial, and Champlin Park. And Champlin Park, let's not forget, they had a very good season too. Very tough section. And the winner of that comes out, the number 2 seed comes out, and they're in the state championship. Pretty amazing.
So scoring punch from a lot of the different lines here for both of these squads. But, we've mentioned Giuliani, but what's so special, Jim, about Landon Gunderson?
Well, Gunderson has been, like I mentioned before, the stick that stirs the drink. Last year he was with Kyle Kukkonen, and that outstanding line, in fact, record-setting line as a sophomore, and he led the team in assists. This year, again, leading the team in assists with 56 assists, 77 points on the season, and we've seen him as a junior do a great job of just being able to settle the puck down. He's got great vision on the ice, and he's a very, very good skater.
And both these goalies have been outstanding, especially this season.
Yes, they have. And Toby Hopp has 4 shutouts on the season. Austin Bronze has 5, and it's been very good goaltending for both these two in the state tournament.
And meanwhile, first period scoring, we mentioned both of them can put the biscuit in the net. But Andover has outscored their opponents 45-17 in the first period. And Maple Grove says, whoa, not so fast. Maple Grove has outscored their opponents 54-14 in the first period. Now 56-15, counting their first goals. And boy, that first goal came 12 seconds in. Face-off, back on the ice. Both squads getting ready to take this as Gunderson. And of course with Thorson. It hits the back of the net. No one is really controlled yet. Now Maple Grove gets there first, and a shot looking to come from the dot, but it's diffused there by Andover. A breakout for Thorson. Back now to Conway. Conway wanted to get it back to Thorson, but he didn't get it. But Thorson said, "No worry, I got it. I'll lift the stick and pick it up." In comes Knox, takes a shot over the top. A backhand through the crease. Almost got the deflection to put it back off the pads and in. A storm of attempts now by the Huskies. Holding that zone at the far point is Law. 4:50 to go here in this first period, and it's a 2-1 lead for Crimson. The Crimson finally trying to skate out and take a deep breath as they Huskies almost tied it up. Quickly coming back the other way. Down low, Maple Grove, but now here comes Thorson. He picks it right off the stick of the forward. Still with it, waiting for some support to come in. Tried to find Dahl coming in, but then Dahl took a check. More of a collision between another Maple Grove player. Bouncing puck settled there. Nice job by the defense as Maple Grove tries to move in. Stringfellow powers his way up just beyond the blue line, and Maple Grove floats it to the far corner. Giving chase there and giving some power there, number 34 for Maple Grove. At the far wall, still there. Maple Grove tries to regain control. It's dropped now to the near point, pass across tape to tape, and I think Bronze lost sight of that as he had a cutter coming in front. Another center in attempt there, and a nice play by the Huskies and Cogswell to defuse that scoring opportunity, and it hits the bench, and we've got a whistle. Now 3:49 to go, and now we're kind of starting to see the semblance of the pace that we saw last night in the first period.
Yeah, the blood's pumping for both teams right now. That great opportunity by Knox as he had a backhand and went off of Hop, and then he got it back and went in between the goal and the goalie through the crease. Could have been an outstanding play by Knox.
Face off at center ice. The Huskies now skating in. A wrister that time by Hudson Zinda. Looking to pick up goal number 14 on the season for him there. It goes to the corner, and now it's the Crimson who will try to work it out. They get to the blue line. We got a mini quasi pile up. Giuliani tries to work his way through, and now a backhand at center ice shoveled in by Pearson to the far side, and now the Huskies forced to retreat and retrieve the puck out of their own end. Long stretch pass to Zinda. He'll take a wrister. Seeing it all the way there was Hop. Drops and makes that save and moves the puck along. Gloved it, did Hop, and then the drop, and now back in. Coming back is Maple Grove trying to get something going with that number one line, Gunderson. Back behind, they send to the corner. Gunderson tries to beat it there, but a good pass up front to Gravink. Gravink now weaves through center ice, still with it. He'll dump it along. Back behind. A couple of the Maple Grove players collide in that corner. 2:30 to go here at this fast-moving first period. Huskies unable to come up with a shot as they took it deep into the Maple Grove end. A shot there put on Bronze. He makes the save and sticks it to the corner. Here's a chance. 2-on-1 rush now coming for the Huskies. Casey tries to tip it ahead, and Casey just missed. It was a chance there as Conway reached his stick and just missed by centimeters on tying this thing up. Left behind a chance. Conway wrists this one over the top. Deflection, and the puck is loose. Trying to bit to the puck, and finally Maple Grove has it first. And we are seeing the Huskies buzzing. They pick it back up again. Dropped on the doorstep. Tic-tac-toe. No! Denied at the last minute. A good setup and some weaving going on there in the Huskies. So close with 1:58 to go in this first period of tying that up.
Wow, what a great pass by Conway over to Casey. Vice versa. And Conway just missed it. And that second one pass just got caught in the skates of Casey, and he couldn't release that puck.
You just got to look at that tic-tac-toe opportunity, but they just didn't quite get everything they wanted on that. But good puck movement, good flow here for the Huskies. Not just the hair, but the cadence and the momentum on the ice. Back in the corner, they're going to work it out and skate out. Here comes Knox. Knox headmans it. They're up ahead to Cogswell. Cogswell has a poke check there and sent back. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go here in the first period. The Huskies are going to probably be happy. Well, not happy, but at least they could be down more and coming out with a sluggish start here in this first period. And moving it, reversing ice, Andover in their own end. Move it up to Cogswell. He's unable to hold the zone or hold possession of the puck. It goes right onto the stick of Maple Grove. There's a pass deflects off of one of the Andover players, and I think it's promptly deposited into the Andover bench. So, with 1:09 to go in this first period, the Huskies are starting to come alive.
Absolutely, they are. And one thing we're seeing is the defensemen start to pinch in a little bit and get a little bit more aggressive. And we'll see if that will pay some dividends later on.
First line back out there again. They have been causing some anxiety here from Maple Grove in the last 2-3 shifts. Drop pass here. Shot from the far face-off circle. Misses the net, and coming back the other way comes Conway. Conway skates in ahead. Thorson's looking for it. Floats a pass ahead, and it drifts on goal. And Hop will pounce on that.
Yeah, that would have been I think they probably would have, if they would have scored, I think they were offsides. It didn't get called.
Yeah, Thorson was a good stride ahead.
Yep. So
52.7 seconds left in this first. Maple Grove struck first 12 seconds in. They struck again a little later in that first period, took a 2-0 lead, but Andover scored the most recent face-off. Law with a blast, trying to find it there was Hop. It skids to the far side in the corner. Andover coming over, trying to hold the zone, but now a breakout. Set it up there, and it went on the stick of Gunderson. He'll recircle, cutting right through and not waiting good check there as the Huskies. That time it was Casey laying some power right on the forward. Maple Grove now drops it in. He brings in top of the circle. A wrister here hits Knox. Knox, look out. He's dangerous anywhere on the ice. Get in there first. A no-look pass in front. Shot goal.
That was a great pass by Gunderson right over to Giuliani. That's his 7th goal of this tournament. Or maybe was it? I think it was Giuliani, wasn't it? 19?
I believe you're right. And he singled over to the Andover bench almost in kind of a heckling nature as he was counting on his fingers the goals. But we'll see. Hey, that time Knox came way out, way beyond that blue line. That left that middle open, and he was left all alone. He stretched those pads, got enough spacing. Can't blame Knox. He was trying to get a scoring opportunity. They got it by Thorson on the pass. He stretched the pads, and Giuliani has his 2nd goal of the game, 30th of the season. And with 17 seconds left in this first period, Maple Grove has reclaimed a 2-goal lead at 3-1.
Well, that whole play was started by Gunderson. What an outstanding pass. No look right through his legs.
Face off at center ice, and again, Maple Grove owns that face off. Moving in, trying to get something here before the end of this first period. Shot. Oh, they got it! A score! What a snipe! Holy cow! Pearson with a snipe.
Talk about an answer. Oh, my word.
He put that top shelf with the peanut butter. That was a laser. I don't even think Hop saw the shot. And that thing went from 0 to 120 in a hiccup.
That was poke checked away from Hudson Zinda, and right inside the dot rips a snipe shot.
3.5 seconds left, and this shot by Pearson, I'm going to mark this on my mental hard drive because I think this is going to be a play of the game, the tipping point. Just as Maple Grove had celebrated in front of the Andover bench, the Huskies took advantage, and Giuliani, I think, probably lit the fire with that demonstration,
I
counting
agree.
the goals, and the Huskies took full advantage of that. And what a key goal by Pearson. Wow, the depth on this Huskies team. And they should be fearing the dog, I'm guessing, right now, as the Huskies are ready and storing. They put up another goal with 3.5 seconds left to cut into a 2-goal deficit, Jim, and make it now 3-2 Maple Grove.
Yes, and Maple Grove really kind of outskated in the first half, but the Huskies caught up. Their shots are almost even at 13-12 in favor of the Crimson. But this Husky team has no quit. It will be there all the way to the end.
His snipe by Pearson, it was like he was an assassin. He hit that button from about 100 yards away and on a laser. And the Huskies, I'll tell you, they're down by a goal, but I'll tell you right now, they're not playing like they're down at all. I think he feels like a pretty even game. And I'll tell you what, the behavior by Maple Grove, I think, has awoken the Huskies, and I cannot wait for this second period to begin. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. It's a 3-2 lead for Maple Grove here after one complete period. That's right, 5 goals scored in the first period. And we will return with second period play in this, the Class 2A state championship.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out where all the wild roams, and you're looking for a way back home, I'll be the light that only you can see. You can see. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. Oh, I'll be here when all gets lost. We can count on hope when there's rivers to cross. Oh, and I know our lives will always change, but our hearts forever stay the same. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. Oh, time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out where all the wild roams, and you're looking for a way back home, I'll be the light that only you can see. You can see. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. Oh, I'll be here when all gets lost. We can count on hope when there's rivers to cross. Oh, and I know our lives will always change, but our hearts forever stay the same. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. Oh, time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go.
Just about ready to get period number 2 underway in this, the Class 2A State Championship Boys High School Hockey, as the Andover boys are trying to duplicate the effort by the Andover girls squad, who just picked up their second state championship here in Class 2A earlier in March. But meanwhile, Jim, it's a 3-2 lead, and Huskies were down 2-0 and 3-1, but scrambled back, and that snipe by Pearson that took a button right off of a jersey from about 100 yards out and had the velocity. Really, I think that's going to lift the Huskies here as we start the second period, and they're down 3-2.
Yeah, and the goals scored for the Maple Grove Crimson, all from that first line. Finn Brink had one. Josh Giuliani had the other two. And that last pass from Gunderson, who's has 2 assists, that last pass was absolutely a thing of beauty. But with 17 seconds left, they score, and the Huskies with 3 seconds left answer. and definitely have the momentum going into the second period.
Scoring the first goal for Andover on a nice 2-on-1, almost a 3-on-1 break there was Caden Kaysen. He took the pass from Thorson, his 24th goal of the season for Casey, and the assist to Thorson. And then, of course, that snipe with 3 seconds left in that first period by Jacob Pearson. That was his goal number 7 on the season. Back in action. They just dropped the puck, and the Huskies now work in. Maple Grove with a whistler. And
where'd it go?
Excuse me. Back in, deflected, and now the faceoff will be in the Maple Grove end of the ice. Shots on goal for that first period ended up 13-12 in favor of Maple Grove. Meanwhile, faceoff surprised me because the Andover Huskies had a 13-10 lead on faceoffs at the end of the first. And let's see if they can win this one just to the right of Hop in goal for Maple Grove. Picking it up, dropping that, and now Maple Grove has it. They'll take it behind their own. Finn moves it up out of his own end. Drop pass there to Gunderson, but nicely pickpocketed by Thorson. Here comes the Huskies. Odd man rush, 3-on-2, breaking in. Trying to get it to Thorson in the middle. He regains, turns, fires, loose puck, trying to corral it again. And Maple Grove quickly scurries that puck out. But that first line gets it back again. They had it momentarily and back the other way. Look out. Gunderson is so dangerous. 21 goals, numerous assists. In fact, 58 assists on the season. He's disposed and put down in the corner. Andover coming back. Here's a wrister this time by Law. Just missed the net altogether, and Gravik sends it to the corner. Gravik gives it a rush, and now the battle behind ensues. Huskies trying to turn the table and turn it up a notch and turn to the speed of the game. They take it behind, tried to center it. That was diffused there, nicely played. Find the defensive Maple Grove. Andover holds the zone. Near point, shot from the point, redirected just in front of Hop, and it goes to the near corner. Getting there first is Gravik, and now it's sent back through the neutral zone. The Huskies will reset as they move it up. Zinda picks it up at the blue line, whistles one low, gets a nice springboard hop, and a collision ball. Did he light up number 13 there for Maple Grove defensively? Memguano. And he is just a little slow getting back up. As you can tell, Zinda's trying to spark this team with some physical play, and he brought it here on this shift. Just into that, just at 15 minutes to go in this opening of the second period. On the doorstep there, left all alone, and a chance to pounce on top. Now again left all alone, and a saved by Braun. Stepping in that time was number 15, Jeff Kernan, with an opportunity. And boy, the Huskies are losing track a little bit of some of the Crimson players.
Yeah, they got back. They got a little sloppy. They kind of followed the puck instead of following their player in their zone. And but I tell you what, good physical play. Zinda, probably the 155-pound winger, was laying the lumber like he was a 200-pounder.
It's all about that mindset, and looks like they're taking care of the ice there right on the Minnesota State High School logo. So 14:49 to go. This faceoff will come just to the left of Bronze in the Andover end of the ice. Andover will get it and usher it beyond the blue line. Now hold possession. Across to Goman. That bounced off the boards behind him. Unable to get it. And now the Huskies will have to scurry back, and that's Martin who drops it. Moves it ahead. The Huskies clean out of their own end. A slow pass there allowed Maple Grove to react and take control, and sending it in there defensively. And was Jaglow for Maple Grove, battling behind the net. And the Huskies now will try to work out a no-look pass that time, put right on the stick of number 9 for Maple Grove. He'll circle behind the net, drop it there. Trying to get it. This is their fourth line in right now for Maple Grove, as they're trying to get a look and see what the performance would be with the fourth level line out there against the Huskies. Trying to toe drag, losing it there was Maple Grove, and finally deep in, and Law will now try to skate it out. Sends it off the board, still holding it. First line back on now for Maple Grove. There's Gunderson circling just inside the blue line, still with it. Almost a full 360 around in the Andover zone is Gunderson, but finally it's put on the stick defensively for Andover, and they'll try to work it out. Back again, Giuliani wants to take this shot. Loose puck in front, that just wide of the mark. Casey doing battle there, trying to work it out. Giuliani tapping his stick, wants the puck, but instead Gunderson puts the shot on, and the save is made by Braun. And we have 13 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the second period, just underway, and it is a 3-2 lead for the Crimson. Hustling down below, gathering it off a drop pass right on the stick. He could not locate the puck that time. Could Thorson, as went right between his skates.
Yeah,
Good no luck.
Yeah, that was from Pearson. He's having a heck of a game.
Skating in now, Maple Grove a shot, big pad save. That time goes to the opposite corner. Giuliani wants to set it out in front, now to the corner, and Maple Grove tries to disrupt, and it's deflected in and over the glass rather, and we will have a face-off in the Andover end. And that time, Maple Grove was a little lackadaisical with kind of a passive drop pass, and Pearson got there and picked it up and put it right on the stick or near the stick when Thorson usually will put those away.
Yeah, and just hit the heel of the stick and kind of bounced out. I think he was like the old term, the receiver catching the ball before it's there. That's kind of what I think he was happening with. Face-off
takes place here, and it's dumped through the neutral zone towards the Maple Grove end, and defensively they'll try to circle back in their end and start it up ice. Put it to the near wing. Shot here, trying to hit the narrowest of angles there between the pad and the post. Save is by Bronze, and it floats back out to center ice, and Maple Grove tries to control and send it in. They whiff a couple of times on an attempt to send it deep, and finally they send it back to the defense to the Crimson. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. It remains a one-goal lead for Maple Grove. Skating in, not really contested. They're kind of allowing him to go. Finally, they bracket number 20 and Nelson there, and he pulls the trigger just wide of the mark. Huskies kept anticipating that he was going to pass it, and he never did. Long lead pass, just misses an opportunity here. Out from behind their own net, and a stretch pass near the Maple Grove blue line, just misconnecting by maybe a couple of inches.
Yeah, Zinda was tracking it, and like I said, just off the outstretched reach of that. But you mentioned number 20. Good rush by Danny Nelson. Nelson is a defenseman, but an offensive defenseman. He's got 3 goals against the Huskies so far, 16 on the season. Very, very potent offensively for the 10th grader, and he's only a sophomore. A lot of good things coming from that Maple Grove defenseman.
TV timeout has taken here for this contest, and that happens with 11:44 to go here in this second period. But the Huskies right now just trying to get back to their game, their speed of the game, and they started the second period with some explosiveness. Maple Grove has tried to put some pressure out there, but now it's a chance here for Andover coming out of this TV timeout to get their number 1 line. That's the benefit, really, of the TV timeouts is during that timeout you can rest. Hey, the line that was just out there, if you want them put back out there, you can.
Yep, absolutely. So both these teams, this is their first final. One of them will come away with the championship, their first championship. The last time that happened was in 2016 when the Wayzata Trojans beat the Eden Prairie Eagles, and for their first championship. As far as the last time these two sections have been in the finals and won, Duluth East in 2018, so not too long ago. They actually beat the Huskies in the sectional final. And Centennial in 2004 is the last time that Section 5 has won a state tournament.
Hey, that's some great facts. It is. And even the more impressive part is Maple Grove and Andover in that same Northwest Suburban Conference. And played each other twice this season, as we've mentioned already, in split face-off. They drop the puck controlled. Maple Grove gets a shot wide of the mark. Gunderson with a quick blast from the half wall. Cutting in here, a loose puck, and Andover takes a swat and sends it over the center ice logo, and it floats near on goal, but picking it up defensively. Huskies try to come in with a burst there and a quick pass, and it could not connect that time to Casey. They pick up the loose puck, and here it comes. A chance here for Andover. Casey sends it back out in front, and that was Conway who couldn't complete that pass. Here Maple Grove and the Crimson. Far side. Both these lines can just explode in a hiccup. And you can see it happen here. There's Law trying to defuse it. No look back pass shot over the top. Gunderson with a nice pass, and Borg and Bronze is making some fantastic saves. There's a shot deflected by Law, goes to the corner. Knox steers away the offensive player. He loses his edge. Now Maple Grove trying to mount some consistent pressure here as we approach 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second period. Andover trying to make a rush up, but near the end of the shift, there's Thorson. He's in the corner. They'll kick it back out as Maple Grove as they skate out of their own end, cross ice. Moving in, a give and go back, all alone, backside, shot, save again. A wonderful opportunity again by Maple Grove as they work the weave to perfection, and they've been able to get some open looks one-on-one versus Braun. And he stopped just about every one of those one-on-ones with the exception of the one on Giuliani. Moving in now, Andover trying to reciprocate the pressure. Sent in and a quick pass, and now it's going to the boards and back the other way. Andover again trying to get some pressure. Shot saved, deflection in front. And you're seeing some good pressure by that second line led by Kernan rather. He's doing a battle there. Also helping out there is number 19, Steenerson. Huskies now gathered behind their own net, take a deep breath and work it up ice. They miss on outlet pass at center ice. And they'll reset. That was to Tony Babb. Loose puck deflects to the blue line and a shot hits traffic. Trying to hold the zone this time is Maple Grove with a backhand. They hold the zone, but Andover now possesses the puck. At center ice, across ice. Moving in, a hard wrister that's deflected. That shot taken by Goman. Maple Grove works the puck from behind their own end. And skate out. Now drop it ahead. Cross ice, chance, shot, and hits traffic in front. Did not reach Bronze, as you can see that Maple Grove kind of sets it up. Brings some high pressure, high number of guys, and then floats someone on that back door. And tried to get the one-on-one again there.
Yes, and Skansen, who is not only a good hockey player, he's on that second line for Maple Grove. He's also the defensive player of the year for the Crimson for football, defensive lineman. So pretty talented athlete.
Face-off takes place in the Andover end. Huskies have control, and they'll skate out of their own end here with 8:40 to go here in the second period. Drop pass by Thorson, unable to get there and do anything with it that time. The Huskies, they'll circle back. Here comes Thorson again in front, deflected over the top of the net. Thorson in the near corner, sends it back near behind, but on a weave there is Casey. Casey drops it down low, pass to that far point. Here comes Knox with a blast, and it hits the post. It hit the post, and it came right back through and hit traffic. Oh my, he was getting some leverage for that. Slap shot with major velocity was Knox. Now skating in Andover again. Blue line shot, pad save, follow up, rebound, save is made again. And it's Hopp who sends it to the half wall opposite side of that rush up ice. Law sets it up, and they will call the whistle. There's a high stick used. Wow, 7:53 to go. I want to take a look again at that blast by Knox.
That looked like it just hit that far side or that near side post.
But that was a good eye, good view there. That also, and that pass back to that point from behind the net by Conway. He put it right on the tape, and that allowed Knox to really gear back and go full throttle on that slap shot. Almost tied it up. We are still knotted up. We are still at 3-2. 5 goals scored in that first period. None just far here in the second. Shot save is made. Bronze has made some fabulous saves for Andover. And this outlet pass a little too aggressive and has way too much juice just beyond the reach there of Zinda, and whistled for the ice with 7:42 to go as Andover.
Yeah, and they're having a tough time just getting that breakout. Maple Grove's done a nice job of clogging up the neutral zone and not allowing those passes that Andover is very good at. Usually, they're just unable to get free.
Face off to the right of Bronze. It floats by the defense of Maple Grove through the neutral zone and all the way back to their end of their ice. They're going to start it from behind their own cage there. Giving chase from behind is Graving. Sent back in. Huskies trying to disrupt those passes as well. Long lead reach here, a shot and a save, and they were going to call a whistle here. I believe it was an offside. Tough to hear the whistle from way up above, but I believe that will be the call, offside on Maple Grove. 7:21 to go, 3-2 lead for Maple Grove. They put up 3 in the first period, Andover 2-0 here in the second.
The Andover student section run by their super fans, all dressed in white. It's a white out. And the crimson is a crimson out, and it's a good attendance by both schools.
Both coaches making some impressive adjustments during that first intermission. I wouldn't expect any less from either one of these coaches. Face-off comes out in front. Dangle it, shot off, goal. Maple Grove again, a key face-off win, and it took such a strange carom. It came off that board.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. They think that Andover's saying that he pushed it in with his hand and then hit it in with the stick. They're going to take a look at this one. He did hit it with his hand, but then he hit it with a stick. We just couldn't see from this angle if it was good or not.
Yeah, Finn Brink is who they say had scored this goal, but it was a strange goal. As you know, those boards have been havoc for both goaltenders. Active as Huskies overskated it coming back in and then left Finn all alone. Bronze made that initial save. It floated on.
Oh, I think there's a good chance that this is a no goal, because it looks like he hit it when it was past that goal line.
It might have been in that blue. We're going to take a look here as it gets very close. You can hear a moan from the fans here. That's usually what happens when I would enter a game. Make your program in the game ruling.
Yeah.
So, and that was mostly for my parents. But they are, again, second goal tonight where they are really taking some time to figure it out, because this could open up another 2-goal lead for Maple Grove here in this second period.
Yeah, and again, that'll be the 4th goal for this first line for Maple Grove. Very impressive. They are a good group, and led by Gunderson, who just has a knack of knowing where everyone is.
I can't figure out the bounces that come from right behind the net. I haven't seen it that active of a the sheer bounces coming off of the board, and just how they come off. It's not like it's a straight bounce back off, and it'd be interesting to kind of check the analytics if you have a chip in that puck. Kind of check the path of that thing, because make that a note to myself. And so we have a good opportunity here. They've made their decision, and now they're going to come out. We have the governor just 20 feet away if we need anything perhaps overruled at that point. Let's see what will transpire. Still having a discussion. I think they might be checking the clock, or no goal, wiped off. Yes.
Yep. And he must have hit it. Like I said, he hit it with his hand, and then he right tipped it with his stick once it was past the line.
And just getting that strange hop.
Yes.
Kind of feels like it's validated to a sense, because it was just the strangest of bounces that came off of the back of those boards right behind the net. And you can see Coach Manny doesn't really change his demeanor throughout the game. And this time faceoff will come into Maple Grove end. Huskies control off the faceoff, and a shot put right on, and a save is made. Another shot coming, loose puck, digging at it is Andover, and that's Thorson. It gets beyond him, and now scaring it out, and carrying it here is Brink. Back the other way, left in the far point. A shot from the faceoff circle on the doorstep was Brink trying to find a tip on the back door of that shot. Gunderson, he's battling Knox. Swings it back out. Deflected just inside the blue line. Maple Grove trying to get something going here. Deflected. If they can get to that puck first, could be a breakaway, but Thorson is tied up along with the defenseman there, Nelson, for Maple Grove. And now Nelson gets back up and leads it in for the Crimson. He'll take a wrister, tried to find the 5-hole, but Rons right there makes the save and secures. And you got to kind of feel like there's some mojo going here for the Huskies after that penalty was reviewed and denied. And it stays at 3-2.
Well, after Friday night when the Huskies won that overtime game 4-1 with those 2 goals that were were called back. It was nice to get a break for the Huskies on that one.
6:29 to go, second period, 3-2 lead for Maple Grove. This the Class 2A state championship. The Huskies looking for their first state championship for boys hockey. And a move in here comes Thorst. He says that lead it ahead. Disrupted. Stringfellow went in. That was Graving, actually, who was setting up that pass. That 12 looked like the 22 looked like a 12. Coming back now, a chance. Here comes Maple Grove. They'll get across center ice, make the dump in. They'll send it along the board. There's Braun. He gets it again. Not too sure about possession and whereabouts on that puck. Says, let's just hold on to it and take the face off, and they will with 6:02 to go here in the second period.
Well, Maple Grove has since they are the home team, the higher seed, they have the chance to set the last change, and they're matching up with that first line every time, first line versus first line, and defensively, the Huskies' first line needs to do a little better job.
Maple Grove wins the face-off. They'll bring it along the board to the near point, almost out, but brought right back in. Nice play there by the defenseman with Maple Grove. Race to the corner. Ensues. Player going down. We're going to get a penalty coming up.
Well, we're hoping it's not against Andover. It might be a hold, or I think it's Martin. It looks like.
Unfortunately, Martin was the defenseman where they got that weird carom and gave up the goal, which was waived. Taking a while to get to the box, but you're right. All right, Jim, it is going to be number 16, Noah Martin, senior.
Well, that will be, this is where the special teams of the Andover need to kick in, as the Maple Grove penalty or power play is at a 37.5% clip. They are very proficient out there.
Taking a look, they may be coincidental minors now. As now a Maple Grove player coming on over, and there's a TV timeout going on during this. And looks like number 15, Jack Kernan, will come off as well. So let's see if they're going to go 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 with this call. But neither team is going to get the power play.
Well, that's great news for the Huskies. Absolutely outstanding news. It looked like Martin was tied up. And then Kiernan took him down. It looked like that, but you never know. You can't tell from where our vantage point. But it looks like good news for the Huskies, as they'll have a chance to stay equal strength.
And I think it'll just be 5-on-5, coincidental minors.
Yep.
And in a game like this, those little things make the difference. If it's a 4-on-4, who gets the ice, how they're going to run, how they're going to run their shifts and their lines. In all of that, but it was great to hear from Coach Manny last night when he was talking about how the defense really sets the tempo for this team.
Yeah.
And you see it from the senior leadership on that blue line with both Law and with Knox. Law, after this season, will be heading to North Dakota State for a baseball scholarship, and right now Knox has an opportunity at the Air Force Academy, but there's a rumor circulating, not a rumor, but he could be draft in the draft coming up here shortly, about a little over a month.
Yeah, I tell you what, his leadership, not only at hockey, but with track and with football, has always been outstanding. We'll find out what the penalties are. They are coincidental minors. We'll go 5-on-5.
Face-off controlled Maple Grove. We're back in play. 5:45 to go, second period. Thanks for joining us on this QCTV AO audio only. Joe and Jim bringing it to. Moving in, Maple Grove shot defused, shot save. Now it caroms in, and with the player on top, they'll freeze the puck. 5:32 to go. And again, every face-off becomes so critical and much magnified here at such a large stage.
Both minors were holding minors, so they were tackling each other over there.
This place right now packed at the Excel Energy Center here in downtown St. Paul. Law off the face-off, rings it along. Huskies win that, but they can't get it out. Holding the zone, half wall, Maple Grove. They overskate, and they use the skate to move it ahead. Andover now comes in. Here comes Casey down below. The pass on, rebound shot, scores! The Huskies have tied this up, and Fort Knox ties it up for Andover at 3-3 with 5:13 to go.
Oh, what a great rebound and follow-up by Weston Knox. Initial shot came in from Casey and a big rebound. We haven't seen rebounds from Hop, and Knox with that stick just puts it away.
For one thing, when you have a last name Hop as a goalie, you got to expect rebounds, but he hasn't. He's minimized those tonight, and here was some pressure, and you know the key thing is here comes Knox, so confident. He knows he can get back and help out if he needs. He's there to pick up the garbage, loose change, and finds the back of the net. Then the Huskies have tied this at 3-3. They have come back from two goal differentiators and deficits. And no, oh my gosh, Knox with the excitement picks up his 6th goal of the season. Career goal number 12. And Andover has tied this up at 3s with 5:13 to go. We said that they had really were going to face the wrath of the fear of the dog for the Huskies as Maple Grove scored the goal going up 3-1. They really kind of heckled the Andover bench. To Giuliani as he took his glove off to count the number of goals he has scored. That did nothing but really inspire this team, and they've come back now with 2 unanswered goals to tie it up. Shot from just inside the blue line, save is made, and as face-off that was ended with that blast, and now it's a chance. I'm sorry, Pearson with that blast as he came in. Here's another look, and initial shot, and you know Thorson just kept it loose.
Yes. Yep.
He wasn't going to try to score, but he was going to try to dish it back out front, keep it active, and Knox was there. That's called playing together for countless years. A shot from the point again, taken by Pearson. A save, a big rebound, comes back out beyond the blue line. The Huskies send it right back in. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Thanks for joining us on this QCTV AO, audio only. Huskies circle back in their end, still with it, sending it deep. Giving it a run there is Graving. He had a goal last night. Moving it out in front. Pearson sends it back through, trying to hold the zone. In doing so, nice job by May. Sends it back behind the net. He's got his teammate there in Pearson. Pearson wheels it around. Graving looking to win the race to the puck to the corner. He doesn't win the race, but he wins the race to jam it up against one of the Maple Grove players. Now has it again on the stick. Holding the zone, a high shot, blocker save. Send right to the corner. On leaving it there. Loose puck, picking, packing, trying to chip at it, and the whistle by, oh my, by the puck. And that thing was right there as Dahl. I was trying to catch the number. Dahl that time was on the doorstep, and Hop has really had some active pucks right around him here from Maple Grove.
Yeah, and it is, I mean, right out in front, and tried to go 5-hole was Dahl, and just couldn't shove it through, and good job by Hop to stay strong on the puck.
Oh my, the Huskies, they've gone a puck hunting, and they're looking to tie it up here. Deflection goes right back behind. Every line is at it now. Dahl comes over to help out. Goman coming to dig it out in the corner, and right now, it is Maple Grove who looks just to be holding on and trying to get it out of the zone and take a deep breath. Now moving in, dipsy-do move, that's wide of the mark, and it rings along the board. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in an exciting second period. 5 goals scored in the first period. Maple Grove had a 3-2 lead after 1, and now the Huskies have tied it here in the second at 3-3. Turning, firing, taking that shot. The defenseman there for Maple Grove. The save made by Bronze now to the near corner. Breakout pass didn't connect, but now it will. It deflected enough. Huskies coming deep. Drop pass. One-timer couldn't connect. That was DeCasey all the way back the other way and off the stick. There's number 9 here for Maple Grove. Taken down. I thought we were going to see a interference penalty there. Knox now comes over, defends, makes the save. Loose puck trying to settle, deflects, and now the Huskies will skate out of their own end with it. Here they come. 2-on-1 emerges. Here's Thorson. Sets it ahead. Shot. Backdoor. Tuck. No! Just a stick save. Oh, what a stick save that time by Hop. And a good setup by Thorson. And the chance to show that forehand and that backhand and tried to close it out. Back and forth action such as what we've seen last night. And the deflection goes into the Maple Grove crowd over the boards and into the beyond the glass. And we, with 2:27 left, this thing's turned up a couple of notches.
You know, you don't think this could be any more intense, and it has. And here Casey goes to the backhand, and it just slides off his stick. He couldn't flatten the puck. But what a great pass by Thornton.
Thornton that time waited for that defender who was down to kind of get by. He slowed up enough to put it right on the stick of Casey. So shot off the face-off controlled. Maple Grove tries to dip it in and leave it for a trailer to clean up. Unable to do so. Huskies miss on the outlet pass, but they're going to give it chase. They do not give up at all. This Husky squad into the corner trying to hold up the defender there is Dull. Or back down below. I'm realized that was Pearson. Maple Grove skates out. Works it. Drop pass there as Gunderson tries to do a little too much trickery, and finally the Huskies just said, give me the doggone puck. Sent from the near point here by Maple Grove, and now back behind at Gunderson. One-timer attempt to Giuliani. He's been quiet since his goal in that first period. Sending it in a high lofting shot. It goes off the glove and almost slithers to the post and just by the goal. Hop, not exactly the hands of a surgeon down there right now. He looks a little shaken and rattled, and you know the Huskies are going to put this shot on goal. Put as many as you can when he looks that bothered. The buzzing by the Huskies has gotten this going, and the Huskies have tied it up 3-3. Maple Grove skates out of their own end with 1:15 to go in the second period. Huskies lining up, deflect that pass. This one goes all the way through into the corner by Maple Grove in the near corner. Andover and May there try to work it out. May outlets it, but it goes right onto the stick of the Maple Grove defender. Picked up here, errant pass. Here comes a chance for the Huskies trying to split the defense, but looking at the end of a shift that time was Gravik. And now with 45 seconds left, we'll get an icing. And man, it heads all the way back down to the Maple Grove end of the ice. But that time it looked like Gravik wanted to take advantage of that, but you could tell he was about out of gas.
Yeah, the tank was running on empty on that one. But, hey, the Huskies right now have done a much better job defensively on covering up that backside. They've collapsed their defense down and really taken that backdoor pass away from the Crimson.
Well, we got to keep the end in mind because last period, the closer we got to the end, the more goals that were scored, and we have 45 seconds left right now, and a chance here as outlet pass there, and a icing called again for Maple Grove, so they're going to bring it all the way back into the Maple Grove end of the ice, and the Huskies could use a face-off that they could win here and get a quick shot on goal. Because right now, Hop looks rattled in goal right now for the Crimson. Face-off will come just to the right of Hop. 39 seconds left. Maple Grove wins that face-off. They'll take it behind. Reverse ice. That's done by Nelson on the defense, and he'll send it to the near board. Moving in here, a shot that's just wide of the mark. That's taken by Brink. Into the corner. Casey will move it out. 22 seconds. That's plenty time for the Huskies as they king it in. Maple Grove back in their own end of the ice, and now moving it up ahead. Brink sends a backhand deep, and 10 seconds now remains as Brahms plays it ahead to Knox. Knox doesn't like what he sees from the left side, now goes back the other direction with the defender shadowing on top of him. 2 seconds left, and we are tied at 3-3. The Andover Huskies have knotted this up and gained the momentum here as this period drew to an end here in the second period, Jim.
Yes, and great goal by Knox, good senior leadership, good defense, and great goaltending. Joe, we've got 17 minutes left in this incredible tournament for the Huskies. I can't wait for it to start.
I think if you ask the Huskies when they were down 2-0 early in that first period and then down 3-1 with about 17 seconds left in that second period, would you be happy with a tie in this third period? They'd say, yes, we'll take a tie going to the third, and that's what we have. Heading to the third period, we'll be back for that third period in this Class 2A state championship. Huskies taking on Maple Grove coming your way on QCTV. Joe along with Jim, AO, audio only, and more of this broadcast in that third period coming your way after this intermission break. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. We are in for a ride, and we're not sure which way this is going to go, but I can tell you momentum has a direction, and right now it favors the Andover Huskies. I'm Joe rolling along with Jim Childs, and we are from the Excel Center and then Sports Center here in downtown St. Paul. I'm trying to get my words as I'm trying to write some stats, and I'll tell you what, it's been a thriller. The Huskies tied up Knox, knots it up late in the second period with his goal, and meanwhile we're knotted at 3.
Yeah, and shots on goal, 26-23 in favor of Maple Grove for the game. One of the stats that we were talking about, Joe, right before we came on was shots attempted, 47-33, so outshot by 14 just shot attempts by Maple Grove. But very impressive stat, block shots, and this is key in a championship game. You never know which one of these block shots is saving a goal, but the Andover has 9 to compare to Maple Grove at 1. So really impressive defense, especially in that second period. I thought the Huskies came out with some adjustments and really did a nice job with their blocking shots and staying out of trouble.
I know Weston Knox came into this game leading the team in block shots. Meanwhile, face-offs. What happened last period in regards to face-offs, Jim?
Yeah, face-offs. Maple Grove took a big lead, 14-6 on face-offs. 2 penalties, both were coincidental minors. And so one of the keys that we started with at the beginning of the game is Andover staying out of the box and keeping that potent power play on the sidelines for Maple Grove. And here we go, 17 minutes left of high school hockey for this season, and we'll find out who the champion is.
All right, we're ready to go. The first goal scored for the Huskies was by Caden Kaysen and assisted by Thorson. That's all we've heard from them here tonight in terms of goals scored. Thorson assisted on that last goal by Knox, but we haven't heard much from that first line. We have heard tons from the Maple Grove first line, but not as much since that first period. And the Huskies have done a great job of taking care of that. Face-off just underway. The Huskies will moving right to left. They control this face-off. Here is Knox skating in. Headmans it up off the stick there of Casey. They'll send it in, and they're going to call offside on Andover just 10 seconds into this first period. But, of course, a goal was scored by Maple Grove 12 seconds into this game. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nobody has left. Nobody's going home early tonight. It is packed at the XL Energy Center.
Well, I will tell you, there's going to need to be about a 4-goal lead before you can feel comfortable for either one of these teams, who, depending on who gets that 4-goal lead, as they are ready to go. No score, no goals in that second period for Maple Grove. They come back here starting the first and get a good first run on that line, but it's taken off their sticks. Here comes Conway back the other way. He has it pickpocketed there nicely by Brink. And Maple Grove now will transition it out of their end of the ice ahead. And there's Gunderson trying to get something going. To no avail there. A shot blast that did not make the net, deflected to the corner. Giuliani rings it along the board. Not enough, and the Huskies are going to be able to skate out of this. Well, they put the stick on it and got it beyond the blue line, and Maple Grove has to touch back up and come back in again. Andover at the half wall, working it out, and Thorson there, I think, was waiting to make that line change. And here they come back, does Maple Grove. A blast here by the defense, moving in for the Crimson. Handled there by Bronze, and now it's the Huskies giving chase in their own end, or in the Maple Grove end. That's Zinda. Through the neutral zone, a couple of Huskies and Knox there collide momentarily. Bronze comes out, does a little stick work, sends it back behind the Lord, and Knox reacquaints himself with the puck. Cross ice, nice pass put right on the stick there of Goman. Drop pass. Pearson a shot and tried to go 5-hole. He's had some snipes, and probably one of the hardest shots of the game, most strategically located as well, was that goal by Pearson. That came with 3.5 seconds left in that second period. That brought a deficit from 3-1 to 3-2.
Yeah, and Pearson right now, this is his last. He's a senior, and this is his last game, and he's playing like it means something.
That senior line, trying to get something going. Pearson, Gravink, Zinda, off the back here, face-off controlled, at least momentarily by Andover. Now Maple Grove will try to clear. They cannot. Stringfellow does a good job of holding the zone, settling down. Shot missed off the point. We're going to have a whistle. A hand pass is the call here. And that puck came loose, and so did I, as that blast came out.
So Coswell had it in his hand and dropped it, and it fell right onto the stick, and a big blast about 4 feet outside the crease. And it was a hand pass. Called a hand pass.
My goodness.
Both student sections have been great tonight. I love hearing the chants from both. Very creative.
How does Coach Manny stay so calm over there? And Jim, you and I are just going to be a nervous wreck by the time we leave here tonight. Shot hit in the side of the net by Maple Grove. And now a breakout chance for that first line. Conway carrying in. Conway takes a shot, a wrist, and a pad save. That time on the waffle pad saved by Hop. Dipping it across the line, trying to dangle it there. And behind the play, we're going to have using the high stick by Maple Grove. And that face-off comes back into the Maple Grove end of the ice.
Yeah, Finn Brink is just an outstanding player. And he tried to get away with it, and it was above his shoulders. He was able to knock it down, but they were wise to call it. Yeah, it's a good call.
Face-off back in the Maple Grove end. It's Thorson getting ready to take this draw. It's controlled, deflects back to the defense, and Maple Grove will try to move it out. Deflected. Nice play there, at least momentarily. And a shot just beyond the blue line put on net, and this save has to be made by Hop. Hop has looked a little jumpy here in this second period. Had a couple of them go off his glove. And let's see if he's settled as this third period begins. In the half wall. 14-15 to go. A wrister here, a pad save. Stood it up, and a good technique save there by Bronze. Moving it up near the blue line and out. There was Conway. Let's see how they get. There's a player down behind the play here for Andover. Still down, slow to get up.
That's Thorson. Not who you want down.
And I think they had thought maybe a Maple Grove player had put a late stick or some activity there on Thorson. Slow to get up, but for Thorson,
looks like he's all right.
After skating as much as they had, I'd be slow to get up as well.
I'd have to be carried off by now.
So they're going to have this face-off to the right of Bronze in the Andover end. We have 14:01 as we set the script here. We're tied 3-3. In this third period, a wrister here, pad save. Bronze, again, strong technique, position spot, finds the puck, and now off the board here is Gravik as he sends it back in. Full head of steam as Andover circles behind the net, then takes a shot, fires, and kind of handcuffed Hop that time again. It dropped in front of it and now carrying out. Number 15 for Maple Grove, and he'll send a backhand dip on that deep in, and that's Kernan. Huskies will bracket that and move it out beyond the blue line and sending it right back in again on defense. Well, it's Maple Grove being shadowed there, trying to get at it. Stringwell, he's bottled up. Law comes over to help out. Now Stringwell again. Some good pressure. Clamping in is Maple Grove. Moving in there, and a hard check. Gravik now will carry out of the own end. Still with it. Full head of steam. He gains the line, takes a wrister. And holding it up at the far point half wall is a chance there for Dahl. Dahl now shovels it back to Knox at the far point. Straddles the blue line. Takes a wrister over the top of the goal. He had to fend off a couple of the Maple Grove players to get that wrister and pulled the trigger on it just inside the blue line. And then Knox lights up the Maple Grove forward trying to come out. Back in again. Here comes the Huskies. They're trying to turn it up a couple of notches here and trying to pick that speed up in some physical play, both combined. Now Maple Grove moves it out of their end. And this is the third line there in Stenerson who carried it in. We'll see how deep these teams go with their lines. But as Coach Manny said yesterday, if we got a line hot, we're sticking with that line. Unfortunately, there, Andover's whistled for the icing. And the faceoff will come back to bronze territory in Andover with 12:15 to go, third period, 3-3 tie.
They just announced attendance at 18,950. Guarantee you that will be one of the top NHL attendance marks tonight. Impressive. And even better news is Thorson took that draw. He's back on the ice for the Huskies.
Thorson now is right there, whether he needs to be active in front, but the rebound comes out to Maple Grove. They cannot pull the trigger on the shot. And Andover has done a phenomenal job of making that adjustment since that first period, a period in which they surrendered 3 goals and had 2 separate 2-goal deficits they had to overcome. A shot there, the stick goes farther than the puck, and Bronze tries to find it, and he pops on top of it. We've seen it all. Some weird caroms off the backboard, and that time, if that stick was a puck, they would have counted it as a goal.
And we've got a TV timeout right now with 11:48 still in this third period, and you're just on pins and needles. On every break, you're on pins and needles. And I always think of the goalie's parents. I was a goalie for soccer, and you had a daughter who was a goalie. This time of the game, you just want to make sure she makes the save or they make the save.
Well, and hey, keep in mind this. Goals being scored in the third period are nothing new for this rivalry between Andover and Maple Grove. Jim, what happened in their first meeting this season?
Well, it turned into a track meet as Andover was able to score 4 goals in the third period to get up to 5, and then Maple Grove scored 2. So 6 goals, and then in the second meeting it was 1 apiece. So there has been some fireworks in this third period.
The only thing predictable between these two teams in this championship battle is the unpredictability of what's going to happen here with 11 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. It is on edge here. You can feel it, in the 18,950 people are getting their money's worth. And I'll tell you, the Huskies have aged me during this state tournament. And I've grown hair, not even lost it. That's how much they've aged me. I'm going back to when I was in 7th grade, I think, and then had hair. But I'm thinking, wow, what intensity.
Yes.
And how are they not tiring?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You just hope that everybody's enjoying it. I know that both coaches are not enjoying this right now and probably stressed out of their mind. But this is such an enjoyable game by two teams that should be here. There's no reason for anybody to doubt that these two are two of the best teams in the state.
Well, they're getting their strategy set, and the players are enjoying the break. And that usually is going to mean we'll see the first line back out because it's been an extended TV break. As 11:48, we're ready to resume play. Shots on goal. Now 29-27 in favor of Maple Grove. Keep in mind, at the end of that first period, Maple Grove had a 13-12 lead on shots on goal. But Andover has really sealed it up, and Bronze has been playing spectacular as well. You got to be able to delete some of those things from your mental hard drive, and he's done that as well. Now back the other way. Here comes Andover, and this is Casey. Casey dangles, toe drag, shot, scores! Oh, baby, what a goal! A toe drag, snaps one up, and another snipe for the Huskies, and Casey has given the Andover Huskies a 4-3 lead with 11:36 to go in the third.
Unbelievable shot. Tell you what, Caden Casey, he seems to be on point when the game is on the line. Again, what a snipe. Great job. This first line again comes through with their second goal.
And Hop, who's been an excellent goalie throughout the season, he's looking a little rattled here the last 2 periods, and he gets around the defense, dangles it, gets around, and then fires a missile. Again, they've been beating him top shelf, putting it with the peanut butter, and they buried this. Good dangle move there to get around the defense, and then pulls the trigger like an assassin and gets it by Hop in goal for Maple Grove, and Andover has taken a 4-3 lead with 11:36 to go, and this game is pretty much done.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No way. This thing is just beginning. And the party's just beginning. This is going to be a goal party yet here with I was testing Jim over there, and I was thinking, no, we're just going to get this. Maple Grove hardly going to lie down, and will the Huskies. So Casey will get that goal. Caden Casey, his second of the game, 25th of the season.
I think
and again, a lot of that happened just off the face-off win. And 11 minutes exactly remaining here in this third period in open ice. Gunderson, look out, he's so dangerous. Wheels around, puts the shot on. That may have gotten by Bronze. He's going to wheel again, pick it back up, opposite side, scores, tied.
And that's Giuliani again.
Giuliani ties it up. That's his hat trick.
Hats are falling on the ice right now. Oh, my word. Gunderson, and I saw this from the start, is that Andover decided not to match up first line with first line, so they had a different line out there, and it caused problems as this Gunderson line is so good. So Gunderson made that happen again with that shot, and then he just can literally, thread a needle with that pass.
Well, Maple Grove reciprocated in less than a minute to tie that up.
Joe, you were mentioning something that you thought this game was over?
And I hope everyone heard that I said, no, it's far from over. It's just beginning, and it is. So mark that time down. 11:34 was the time of the goal by Casey. And what that means is I think we're going to have, you remember we talked about 6 goals between these two teams scored in the third period. We could very well have that as we've got some snipers on the ice.
Well, we kind of queued that up for him with that intro of how many goals were scored.
Back behind now and trying to circle a shot there, save, trying to pull in the rebound, but there to diffuse the shot was Cogswell.
So Giuliani's 8th goal of the tournament. You're getting to Spihar area.
Huskies move it up, and good pressure here by Goman. Goman gets it all by himself and continuing to put some pressure on here. Goman back behind. He's trying to take on a couple of the Maple Grove players, and meanwhile the flutters to Knox in the Andover end. Outlet pass, now Cogswell. Cogswell sends it back in. Goman will give chase. He is shadowing the Maple Grove defenseman, unable to hold the zone as Andover, they decided to hold and bring it back out. It would have been offside. Carrying it in. It was May, and now a race to the puck ensues. Knox comes over to defuse that race. Thorson on the ice, and a check from the back, that time on Knox. No call. They're going to let everything go here. 9:42 to go. Here comes Thorson moving around. Shot safe. Rebound. Hops the stick that time of Casey coming in. Back the other way. It's nice defensive play with the stick there by Andover to come back one of the forwards. There's a scoring pass there, and here comes the big fella, Law, moving in. Law sets it up. They call him for the offside, as that was going to be a 2-on-1 opportunity. And wow, you can just feel the excitement continue to rise. 9:24 to go, third period. We're tied at 4-4.
Thorson with a nice shot. Went off the shoulder of Hop and bounced right out in front. It looked like Conway had an opportunity, and it just bounced over his stick, or we would have been tied. We would have been a 5-4, another lead change, as this is a heart-palpitating game.
I'm putting a lot of shots on Hop right here because that thing came off of him, and looked like it bounced about 10 inches off, and that's why Conway had to go over his stick. Race to the puck here, picking up, getting at it with Zinda, and the speed of Zinda. Across center ice now. Here comes Maple Grove. A shot save secured. Bronze doesn't know where it is, and so they stack it against the pad, get the whistle. 9:08 to go. Here in the third period, 4-4. Huskies got their first lead of the game. Picked up their first lead of the game on the snipe by Casey at 11:34 of the third period, and now have answered to tie it on the hat trick goal by Giuliani. 31st goal for him of the season for Giuliani. There we go, a chance of Maple Grove again. Coming at shot just wide. They're getting back to circling back around the face-off circle and getting some good shots on those rotations and that motion. In front there, pad save. Boy, Bronze is calm with that, just swats it to the corner. Huskies trying to work it out right now, and their target practice hitting the post that time was Maple Grove, and a chance to go ahead. To the corner, swatting it away. There was Knox slapping it away like there was a giant mosquito. Holding the zone. Rister here, shot save bringing that into the pads and suffocating it there is Bronze. And there's another player who's going to sleep well for the next month after this. There's that laser that goes off the crossbar.
And we've got a penalty, I think, coming to, I don't know, are they checking?
It's funny because they open that door and everyone goes, oh.
Yeah.
that's how intense it is here. With 8:21 to go, they open the door and everyone thinks, okay, they were checking to see if that was a goal, I think, or not. If it maybe caught under the crossbar quickly and spun back out, and they wave it off. So no goal. And there you can see
it went
off the pipe, and now a chance. Face off in the Andover end. Huskies would love to be able to control one. They do. Cogswell has it and then sent it to center ice, deflected up ahead. There by Stringfellow. Cogswell ties up the forward for Maple Grove as they come in the blue line, and they have to go back out again. Bronze, a nice job, some explosiveness to stop that puck from ringing along the board and to the far point of Maple Grove. Forces them to do some more stick work here. Stringfellow works his stick there and prevents an easy entry in. And now back the other way. Pass up ahead. Huskies gain the line. That's Goman. He'll send it deep. Goman has quietly but been dominating on his shift, putting in a great effort, really making this line work. Knox has it now just inside the blue line, gets across the blue line now, and he's whistled for the offside.
He knew it. He pulled it back just as he crossed the blue line, and it came back out. Gives Casey, who was doing a little tightrope walking, gave him a fist bump once the whistle blew.
7:25 remaining third period. Parents, call your children. This is going to be an exciting and a hectic ride through the end of this game. We're tied 4-4. This is the Class 2A state championship. The Huskies looking for their first ever here for the Andover Husky boys program under Coach Mark Manny. Moving it ahead and disrupted with that stick work was Gunderson. So he'll give up a rotation there. Here comes a chance now for the ever so dangerous line here for the Huskies. That first line, 69 goals they've scored on the season combined, and there's a little tie up there as somebody goes down. Is that Conway? I looked away and then he was down on the ice. So we are going to bring it just under 7 minutes to go. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs and Taylor on the quarterback side to the left of me, calling the formations and the schemes here tonight with QCTV AO audio only with Joe. Face off to the right of Hop. They'll settle in. Hop, the goalie for Maple Grove, has been I would say, look the most steadiest here the last two periods, but who can against this Andover line? Moving in, dishing it up there, trying to go cross ice.
Good play defensively by Stringfellow.
Correct. They held up, trying to hold it back. And oh my, he's continued to be a little jumpy back there as Hop, no pun intended. But he is certainly not looking like he's confident back there. And the Huskies just need to put shots on goal. 6.5 to go, third period. As the Crimson bring it in, and now Law will bring it out. Tries to put it on the stick there for Conway. He finally goes back to pick it up, and now it's a chance there for Thorson. Thorson has it moved off his stick and a race to the puck, and no doubt Knox is going to get there, and he did. Meanwhile, picking up the rebound. Maple Grove, backside shot. Goal for Maple Grove. They came in on that back door.
And that's Clayton Fisher, a senior. That will be his 9th goal of the season. But it's a second one he possibly could have had. He had an open net earlier. He missed it. But, hey, we've got 6:06 left, and plenty of time for the Huskies to come back from this.
Yes, sirree, and number 9 it is. Getting the tally, his 9th of the season for Fisher. Well, that was a case where you can see Knox came over to try to help out defensively. I'm not sure if they were just making a shift change. He came back, and then that left that backside wide open. They didn't have anyone covering that winger coming in. And, of course, everything gets reviewed. With 6:06 to go, Maple Grove looks to have reclaimed a lead, and that's by 1 goal, 5-4.
I don't know what they have to to check on this. There's no. I know that they check every goal, but
they're going to put on the headset. And,
they're going to check and see if it's offside. That's why the linesman's grabbed the.
Agree.
Yep.
Agree. So good pickup, Jim. And I think they'll run another look. Of course, I don't think we're going to get that video until they make the decision. 6:06 to go. It's nonstop here.
Wow.
Well, as we expected. Just that one goal by Andover with at the 11:34 mark. You could tell was just the trigger of other goals coming.
Yeah.
It's like you were holding off that avalanche until that first fall, and then bam, the Huskies went up top. Goal by Casey, took a 4-3 lead. And
they're still looking at it right now.
And they are wanting to get this right. You can see the Mr. Hockey Award still has yet to be decided. Some of those.
It's a good goal.
And they're going to count the goal. So.
Why have anything different? The drama's got to happen. And every goal seems to have some drama wrapped around it.
Well, he said in an earlier meeting this year, both teams combined for 6 goals in the third period. The Andover Huskies ended up winning that first contest. And right now we're halfway there. 3 goals have been scored in this third period with 6:06 to go. Even strength goal. And now the Crimson. Let's see how the Crimson will line up defensively. If they're going to line up 4 or something in this neutral zone, is to try to prevent any easy ins here for Andover. Breakout here, quick touch pass just a bit behind Zinda, and the Huskies are forced back. Pearson has it just across center ice. They'll dump in, giving chase Zinda. He has some speed, unable to hold the zone. Andover, and Knox picks it up, redirects, and now sends it down to the corner. In the corner there, it's a chance there for Nelson, who sends a backhand to his defensive mate. Zone, and that puck hops the stick of Knox. He'll hustle back. Pokes at it there and trying to kill some time off the clock. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this third period. As I said before, buckle in. This thing is far from done. 1-goal lead, and here comes the pressure of the number 1 line. Conway comes in. He centers. Only one there right time was Maple Grove. Circling back, trying to move in. Here comes Conway once again, making something happen. Tries to cut back. Shot. Save. Oh, that was on the doorstep. A beautiful setup by Conway. And forging in that time.
And that was Casey. And Casey just missed it. What a save by Hop.
But Conway was buzzing around the net for quite some time there. TV timeout has been taken, and that leaves us 4:57. We're under 5 to play in this third period. Maple Grove has a 5-4 lead. The Huskies at 1 point. In fact, about 7 minutes ago, had a 1-goal lead on the goal by Casey at 4-3.
Well, this is really the first game that Maple Grove has had, had their heart pumping this late in the tournament. They really took care of Prior Lake, and the Darling Bump, who we thought was going to be the number 1 goal scorer. Now Giuliani's there, but really this is uncharted territory for Maple Grove.
Head coach Mark Manny looking for his first Class 2A state championship. Can't speak enough about his coaching staff or can the players. As Maple Grove came into this game with a record of 23-6-1, and Andover an adequate record of 24-5-1. Third period, though, here's a key thing on the third period. Andover has outscored their opponents 39-13 in the third period, and Maple Grove has outscored their opponents 42-20, so not nearly the difference there in that third period. So if that means anything, but we are going to have to earn it. I can't see the referees calling a penalty here unless it's pretty flagrant.
Joe, I do have to just interrupt and do a
Yes,
personal
please.
shout out to my daughter who just turned 21 today. Happy birthday, honey. Carrington, I hope you have a great time and be safe.
There we go. And I'll tell you, the Huskies have had me feeling like I'm 21 again. They bring up and create a lot of energy, a lot of momentum. Here's that chance right there. Nice setup. Wow, by Conway. And one of the rare opportunities Thorson hasn't been able to bury it. Or Casey, I'm sorry.
Well, this line right here, Casey and this face-off between Casey and Gunderson. Gunderson's won a majority of them.
Just to the left of the Maple Grove goal, and I'll tell you, Hop has not looked settled back there at all, not confident here the last two periods. Now the Huskies get it at the blue line. Casey tried to set up a cutting Conway. Conway, meanwhile, gets up with the puck and reacquaints with the shot. Pinching in is Thorson, but now Maple Grove lifts it through the neutral zone and back, and we'll get an ice. And the faceoff comes all the way back into the Maple Grove end with 4:34 to go in this third period.
Right, yeah, you know, and I don't know how many, what the timeout, TV timeouts are, but, you know, that allows you to have that first line out there again. But you know, Mark Manning will shorten his bench. We'll see a lot of that Thorson. And just about had 6 players on the ice for Maple Grove.
More the merrier. Face off in the Maple Grove end, controlled by Maple Grove. The Crimson move it up to the blue line, and that's disrupted there. Good play by Zinda. Zinda rings it along the top of the boards. Stopping it is Hop. Huskies going to start with some pressure. Circling back right now, Maple Grove just standing behind their goals, and we're in no rush to move it up ice. We're not going to put pressure. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining, they loft one high in the air to Bronze, and Bronze gloves it, sets it back. Catch and release now to Law. Law brings it up to near boards. He driven off the puck, but the deflection comes to Knox. Knox moves it ahead, give and go. Knox wanted it right back, but his stick was lifted at the last minute, and we're south of 4 minutes in this third period. Maple Grove with a 1-goal lead, 5-4. Knox playing 100% of that ice right now. Up and down. You're going to have to just get those guys quick spells, he and Law, off the ice, because they're going to want to be on that ice the majority of the time left here as we approach 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third period. Maple Grove is hounding Andover behind the net, not allowing them to come out. Now the Huskies are set with what they want. Here comes Thorson moving in. Face-off circle, deflects to the corner. He's trying to regather it. He gets it across to the near point. Stringfellow takes this shot, but he hits the defense. You got to get it by that first line of defense there. And they could not, and that allows Maple Grove to send it back length of the ice. 3 minutes, good pass to the blue line, picked up by Casey. Dropping it here, a Whistler this time, deflected and hits the netting, comes back on to play with 2:58 to go, third period. And here's that shot, just to get it near that, and it hit the hand of the defender. But anything you can do to maybe hold on to that puck, move it over maybe a foot, and then fire it on. Put some shots on that goalie, Hop, right now if I'm Andover.
Well, that hit Giuliani on his hand and probably melted the puck a little bit with the hot hand he's had tonight.
Boom, boom. There you go. It's turned it into coal. So back the other way. Face-off control. Andover still some guns ahead. Overcoming deficit, nothing new for this Husky squad. As the game gets longer, they typically get stronger. And here's a chance for Maple Grove as they are just, they're content with just dumping it in. Huskies were looking to see if they were getting an ice there, so they held to the last moment. Knox over skates, a shot taken by Maple Grove, deflected into the netting off the stick of Bronze. And with 2:29 to go, now you start thinking about when do we pull Bronze?
Yeah, and we'll see that. I'm sure we'll see that probably at about a minute, minute and a half. And Gravenlink, that's going to be the key. He can be a sniper. We'll see him come in as that sixth skater.
Face off just to the right of Bronze. Both teams have their timeouts remaining. They're one timeout for each remaining. Face off controlled by Maple Grove and deflected near the blue line, but not out, and Bronze will hold on to that.
Little extracurricular, and Casey was part of it. Didn't retaliate. Was hoping to draw a penalty. So
little face wash there as Casey received, but good poise to hold there. So 2:23 now left. Face off to the right of Bronze and picked up by Thorson. He'll skate out of their own end. Dangerous from anywhere on the ice. He gets by the first layer of the fence. Sets it up. Hops the stick of Casey. Now back. Huskies send it to the far point. Law's going to hold it there. Far point to near point. There's Knox. He wants to take a shot. No, gets it back to Law. Law unleashes one just off the mark. Pinching in is Knox. Still in the goal is Bronze. Knox at the left faceoff circle. Moving it. Tick-tack and almost a toe. Just missing the pipe. Here comes Law pinching in. On the doorstep. Redirect. And they score! The Andover Huskies have tied this game with 1:50 to go. Thorson finds a home for that puck in the back of the net. We're tied at 5.
What a big moment for a big player. Unbelievable. Thorson battled through 2 defensemen. I'm sure they're going to review it. There's nothing to review. That's a good goal, and we're tied at 5. What a game. Joe, this is just incredible. This has been such a fun game to watch, and both these top lines are some of the top in the state in outstanding play.
I'm just going to tell you, Hop has been shaky in that net, and this is one of the least velocity high levels, and Thorson will get credit, I believe, for that goal as he just kind of lifted it.
Yeah,
it just kind of hopped and got by. I'm putting anything I can right now on Hop, the goalie from Maple Grove, and it's a nickel tie with 1:50 remaining. Do you think we're still going to pull our goalie?
Oh man, this just can't get any better. This really can't be any better of a game.
Just a nice soft touch goal by Thorson that time. Found the right spot, bounced it a couple of times. A timeout now has been called by Andover with a $1:50 remaining. Oh my!
Yes,
these are what state championships are made of.
Yeah, So Andover takes a timeout right now, and what's important is you've got to make sure that you're matching up with that top line for Maple Grove. So would not be surprised to see either that senior line, the Goman Gravewink and Pearson line out there, or possibly we'll see that number 1 line back out there as well. So yeah.
Doggy. Love this game, huh?
Yeah, we may get some bonus hockey tonight. Free hockey.
5th goal here in this 3rd period.
Yep.
I don't know why, but my brain kept circling around that 6.
Yep.
And it was a tied 3-3. Andover will never give up here, nor will Maple Grove. So,
yeah, this is a impressive showing, and you know. These games come down in state tournament lore, and this will be one of them. Andover had that first one against Moorhead, overtime. Last night against Hill Murray with that empty netter to make it 4-2, and we need to start calling the cardiac kids.
Cue the crowd. 1:50 remaining, 3rd period. They'll drop the puck. It's 5-5. Maple Grove controls the faceoff. Bring it back in. Back behind is Bronze, and he'll send it backhand to the half wall. Currently on right now is that Pearson line. They've been troublesome for Maple Grove here tonight. And that's why they have them on this line right here, just to disrupt and also score as well, as Pearson had that laser with 3 seconds left in that 2nd period.
Yeah, you've got to make sure that you're still doing the right thing.
Cutting in here, getting around, shot just wide of the mark. Trying to center again, and Bronze had that covered like a skilled professional. Here comes Knox out from behind his own net. 1 minute remaining here in this Class 2A state championship, and we're tied at 5-5.
Huskies fan or student section is trying to get a little energy behind the Huskies.
Gravink tries to move it up ice. Had a couple of tough times there last time. Now on the stick. Here it comes. Anytime he's on the ice, Thorson, drop pass, shot, save. Oh! I don't think he knew where that was, did Hop. But that was the right shot, and a great chemistry formula there to produce a good scoring opportunity there for the Huskies. 36 seconds remaining. Are we going to get a timeout yet from Maple Grove?
I don't know. That was a great drop pass right at the dot for Casey, and Casey fired it right into the midsection of Hop.
37 seconds remaining. Face off in the Maple Grove end. Comes out those to the far corner. Maple Grove will clear the zone to neutral ice. Picking it up there was Thorson trying to get back the possession. St. Maple Grove now skates in. They're going to dump it to the corner. Take it in, 20 seconds remaining. Up ahead, outside. They clear just beyond the blue line, does Andover to Maple Grove. And they just kind of distribute it in front of the Andover bench. Knox is going to move it ahead. And a chance on a quick touch pass there by Conway. And 3 seconds left, 2-1. And Maple Grove is extremely content with taking this to overtime. And that's what we have, overtime.
Yeah.
5-5 tie in this Class 2A state championship. Whoa, Andover and Maple Grove.
Yeah, we'll take it. There's a 3 minute. There's a 3 minute timeout right now, and then we'll have an 8 minutes overtime period. They will not resurface the ice, and boy, I tell you what, this has been an outstanding game. Next goal wins. It is going to be sudden death as the Andover Maple Grove Northwest Suburban clash continues. Shots, 35 for Andover, 36 for Maple Grove, and it has been, Joe, they couldn't have asked for a better tournament finish than this.
It isn't. Hey, we go to overtime, and Andover in overtime this season, 3-1. 3-1. So overtime is a friend of theirs, not a foe. And
for Maple Grove, yeah, they lost their only overtime.
Correct.
And so here's to wishing for trends to continue.
They did, and I'll tell you, it's just it's the relentlessness. Both these teams, you know, I don't care what you say. When you lose a game like this, there's not that point where you say, gosh, it was so close, both teams are winners. They know if they want to win this, they're going to remember this the rest of their lives.
Yep, yeah. Well,
And
we will
everybody
too.
here
Yes.
at this game.
We will too, yep.
You know, the 18,950 spectators they just announced present are going to remember this game, this moment. With 1:25 to go, they'll reset. And they will not resurface the ice. They'll go 8.5 minutes.
And that third period scoring for the Huskies was Caden Casey scored one to tie it back up. And then it was all Maple Grove as Giuliani continued his scoring with his third and a hat trick. And then senior Clayton Fisher with a one-timer right inside the circle. Get past Braun, and that gave Maple Grove a 5-4 lead. And with just under a minute and a half, it was Thorson with a goal that just popped right past Hop and tied the game at 5. And we've got, in 30 seconds, we're going to start this overtime.
And I'm trying to think right now, when's the last time the Huskies have had an overtime game in the state tournament?
Oh, 2 days ago?
Yes, against who? The Spuds.
The
reason I
Spuds,
mentioned
yes.
Jim grew up in Moorhead,
Yes.
a Spuds fan as a kid growing up, and so I had to bring that back. A huge overtime win and a goal by Thorson.
It was funny. I talked to Coach Manny after the press conference, and he asked, what colors did I wear when I came to the Spud Andover game? And, of course, I was in gang neutral colors. But I was rooting for the Huskies the whole way, as this has been a very special team.
Wow, this has been one of the best state tournaments, and I'll tell you, everyone's getting their money's worth. The players, the parents, the fans, those at home and listening. 8 minutes is what they set the clock at. Sudden death overtime. 5-5 tie this for the Class 2A state championship. And the Huskies win this faceoff, and they send it back behind Hop, and they got to be thinking, take a shot. Do not try to look for the perfect shot. Just take a shot right now in overtime. Casey has it rolls off his stick. And there's Maple Grove, tangling and pawing, and a little pushing and shoving there, but you know, no one's going to waste a penalty here at this point of the game.
Yeah, that's Giuliani again. He's been in the craw of the Huskies all game, not only on the scorecard, but also talking quite a bit.
Face off just outside the Husky blue line, 7:40 to go here in sudden death overtime. Maple Grove going to enter and gain that line, but they needed to reset. Player 2 was just off. There's a pass inside. Casey has it, picked it up, gave it up early. A backhand save by Bronze, and Bronze, I'll tell you, he looked so strong in that goal and so poised.
Yeah, what a play by Fink. What an outstanding job by Finn Brink, who just was able to take that and get a quality opportunity.
This game coming up on a little over 2.5 hours in length. And it wouldn't surprise me to have it go 3.5 hours, as competitive as these two teams are. 7:23 left in the sudden death overtime. Off the face-off, a blast there, just over the top of the cage. Chance there, and the Huskies trying to move it out. They do, but they want to control that puck and put some pressure and some quality shots. Not even a quality shot, a shot on Hop.
Good hustle by Pearson.
You got it. And Pearson, don't forget about that snipe he had with 3 seconds left in that first period. That cut the deficit to 3-2. Back up. Here comes Maple Grove, far side, working the stick. And there's another work by Zinda, heading down and just diving and move it out of the zone. There, the defense of Andover. Cross center ice, taking the shot. Zinda collides there. Heads over the glass, and we'll get a whistle. 6:41 to go. 6-4-1 remaining. Here in this overtime sudden death period, the Andover Huskies are looking for their first Class 2A state championship.
So they're double shifting these first lines. So one shift off is what these two top lines are doing, and they've been against each other all night.
Thorson getting ready to take this draw against Gunderson. Both are juniors. Controlled. Andover, they'll regain it, and Thorson's going to skate out. Headmans it out of the zone. Ahead to Casey. Look out, he's dangerous. Casey's moving in, sets it up. Deflection comes out. No one there to clean it up for Andover, but Maple Grove was, and they usher it to the corner. Now an outlet pass coming back the other way. Here's Brink moving in. Shot saved by Bronze again. Drafting this, and he puts it right on the stick of Thorson, who's coming back to help out. Thorson puts it on the stick, drops it back, and he overskates the puck that time. But still there was Casey to try to hold it. Meanwhile, Knox waves on that. And the puck picked up. Here comes Thorson, 2-on-1. Thorson, shot off the mark. A chance for the game winner. Conway was sitting on that far wing looking for the rebound on the back door. Back through neutral ice as Maple Grove and Andover is going to keep some fresh legs moving out there, at least for now, as Casey will stay out there. Casey tries to hold the zone. He does. He puts it back to the skate of one of the defenders for Maple Grove. And back comes Maple Grove trying to get around the defense. A nice poke check there by Andover. Here's a chance. They're moving it up ice. Tries to get around the defense of Goldman, and he's moved and separated from the puck that time by Maple Grove. 5:25 to go here in sudden death overtime. Maple Grove gets across center ice, sends it to the boards, and it deflects on goal for Ronzer. There comes out near the front. He freezes the puck, and look at some scoring opportunities here. As you can see this, whoa, that was close. That was close by Thorson. Almost looked like it hit the post, but it did not. It was just wide of the mark.
Wow, that's each time they gain puck possessions. I don't know. We've got equipment issue down there with the Bronx. We don't, but anyway, every time the fans are just going nuts for either or.
5:22 to go. You're right, Jim. Set the table here. Tie 5. It's a 5-5 tie, holding his own far point. This is sudden death overtime. This for the Class 2A state championship. Thanks for joining us on this QCTV sports presentation. AO audio only. Joe and Jim and Taylor to my left. We're getting set here. Thanks back in the group to CJ and Mike also helping out. Set this up. They'll reset this face-off and get 5-1-7. 5:17 remaining. Face-off controlled by Andover. They lift it beyond the blue line, and Maple Grove sends it right back in again.
Every face-off is so important.
May now has it. Long lead. Stretch pass just misses, and it's going to be an ISO. It almost got it to Goman breaking in from that far wing. And now they're going to bring the Aces back out there, huh? They're going to go with that first line again. Will Andover, you mentioned they are going probably every other shift right now. Maple Grove looks to see who's coming out, so they put their number one line out there. Exactly 5 minutes remaining. Fives are wild right now. 5 minutes remaining. We're tied 5-5. This sudden death overtime and for the state championship. Whoa, Nelly, has this been fun? Down below, it's Law. Law distracts enough as Thorson was trying to get it. Crossing shot, Bronze just ready. Solid position, good technique again for Bronze. They're just trying to fire it through. The Huskies just would like to put anything on goal right now. Knox tries to guide it through. Now coming out, loose puck to Conway. Breakout chance now. Here comes Andover. Ever so dangerous there, trying to chip it through. Conway tries to take it to the corner, and it's picked up by St. Michael, Maple Grove. Back in. Crimson trying to create a score there, and now Gunderson there is knocked to the ice. Headman pass. Now here's Thorson. He's dangerous even from the bench. Deflects it in front. Now trying to pull the trigger on the shot. A backhand. Loose puck trying to poke and prod at it there. Unable to get it free, but Huskies relentless. Just trying to get a shot on, and it'll draw the faceoff in the Maple Grove end.
Yeah. Gunderson was looking for on his break when he tried to get around. Law was looking for a penalty, a trip, and he was pretty upset about the fact there wasn't a call. Could have been a call on either one because Thorson got pulled down as well.
Face off in the Maple Grove end. Getting there, number 5 defense for Maple Grove, who will work it out. Approaching 4 minutes remaining here in the sudden death overtime. Huskies just full throttle getting at it. Stringfellow there. He's doing battle. Tried to move it beyond the line. Here comes Andover. They're winding it up. Is this the shift? Is this the opportunity? No, over skating that time. Andover back the other way. Drop pass. Looking for the wrister here. Hits the defense in front. Another block shot. You mentioned, Jim, how many block shots Andover had. And there's another example of it. Coming back. A snipe. Rebound. Shot. Oh, what a save. Hop made the best save of his career right there. Unbelievable. 3:25 to go, and the Huskies had it sealed there. Pierce taking this one, and I would say let Pierce get out of that shot again. Pearson with another laser.
What a job by Hop. He's getting a hug from his defenseman as Hudson Zinda was sitting right on the doorstep, comes right to him, and he gets by a shoelace or a skate lace out for that save.
Backside of that net, and that time, unfortunately, it came back more towards in the direction he was going and low towards that pad. I'm sure he was just trying to hit net here with the state championship on the line. 3:22 remaining, tied 5-5. This sudden death overtime. 3 minutes approaching remaining. In comes Maple Grove. It rolls off the stick there of Gunderson. I would say this overtime also favors the Huskies as they continue to get stronger as the game gets longer. Moving it out here on a breakout chance with a little skip in their step. Here comes the swag of the Andover Huskies. Conway turns it back at the blue line. Law deflects it back near the front of the net, and Maple Grove tries to work it out there. That line looks gassed already.
Yeah, both sides look gassed.
Trying to move it around now back from behind the net. 2:40 to go. Shoveling a backhand into Thorson, and Thorson shovels it out. This goes length to the ice. A shot save made there by Hop. Good play just for Andover to unleash that shot. 2.5 minutes remaining. 5-5 tie with sudden death overtime. Maple Grove in the white moving right to left. Both teams vying for the Class 2A state championship on the next goal. Here's a wrister deflected and a save made by Bronze.
You know, it was a student section earlier that was standing up. Now we're starting to see other people around the student section starting to stand up. The intensity of this game is off the charts.
2:18 remaining.
Joe, I saw a hand pass. I thought Thorson there was a hand pass right to him. I don't know how that wasn't called.
Back behind now, face-off controlled, trying to get the quick breakout on the face-off. That was Gravik. Now ahead, just beyond Dahl that time. And back down the ice is Dahl. He gets right back up. Huskies ringing along. They're going to try to take that quick break before they bring that first line back on again. But here's a 2-on-1 opportunity coming back on the doorstep, trying to control it, unable to do so. Taking a shot, Braun. Oh my gosh, what a save as there's a pile up on Braun and Stalling right on the doorstep, waving at that puck. A plethora of opportunities there from Maple Grove. They could not put it away.
How did he stop that? How did he save that? That was unbelievable. Austin Braun has been a savior as 3-on-1, and it was with the fat part of his stick, and he pulled it back in.
Second opportunity.
Unbelievable.
Defensively, the whole team coming in, they did not allow. There you can see also the defensive help of May. They drop the puck, and here they go inside the blue line of Blazer, and that one save is made. Number one line, and Casey coming out here, hits it up, trying to get by is Conway, and holding that puck and freezing it is Hop with 1:39 to go in this sudden death overtime, the first sudden death overtime period. 5-5 tie.
Both goalies have made game-saving and title-saving saves in the last 30 seconds. Unbelievable.
Mission critical for both of these goalies. As they say, failure is not an option, right? And here they go. Maple Grove trying to skate in, drop pass far side, and Huskies just pick that away. They look gassed, Maple Grove does, on their forwards. Here come the Huskies back the other way. A snipe that time. Trying to toe drag and whistle one just off the mark there by Thorson. He regains the puck. Dangers from everywhere. Whistles this one. Trying to hold the zone, unable to, as that puck took a strange hop and redirected back to center ice. Knox and Law back on the ice here at the same time with 1 minute remaining here in this sudden death overtime period. They're keeping that first line on, and I think the Huskies could take advantage of it because they look like they are just about gassed. A shot there taken, easy save compared to all the other ones he's had. The shot by Gunderson.
Well, in the quarterfinals when Andover took Moorhead to overtime, the first line in the second overtime completely outskated Moorhead's first line, and we're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown by the Maple Grove, as you mentioned, Joe.
It's noticeable.
Yep.
So here's the chance with 54 seconds left. The Huskies try to fuel and win the face-off here. This is sent to the corner, trying to hold the zone. They do at the far point. This whistler nowhere near off the glass. And a chance up ahead. Huskies now try to get possession of that puck. It eludes the stick that time with number 22, Gravink. And it's sent back in by Maple Grove. Huskies trying to seal them off defensively and coming in, trying to put some late pressure here. Huskies now will be able to try to carry out, but they put a pass on the stick of Maple Grove, and they carry it out themselves. 20 seconds remaining here in this first sudden death overtime. A shot, waffle pad save. Good job. That'll bring the faceoff back to the Maple Grove end with 14 seconds left. And I don't know. Do you think it's feasible that Andover could score a goal with 3 seconds left?
Hey, let's
14 seconds remain.
I think you've got a call right there, Joe. I think that's the call. We've got to win this face-off and wait 12 seconds and then snipe one in.
Face-off will be to the left of the Maple Grove goal. 14 seconds remaining, overtime. There's a shot that's off the mark. Giving chase is Casey. He'll put one on through the crease. Oh, my. Almost there. Conway looks to send it deep behind to Thorson. Thorson just trying to jig that thing loose. Holding the zone as Knox sends a backhand. 2 seconds, 1 second. We are going to our second overtime, but first they will resurface the ice. 5-5 tie. We're going to the second overtime. And with Class 2A state championship.
It'll be a 12-minute break. We will absolutely come back. Shots on goal, 43-39 in favor of Maple Grove, but right now it only needs one shot to win.
Well, here we are, Sep. Come back soon as they'll resurface, and we will bring you the second overtime period Class 2A state championship, Andover 5, Maple Grove 5, coming to a theater near you next.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out with all the wild roads, and you're looking for a way back home, I'll be the light that only you can see. You can see. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. I'll be here when all gets lost. We can count on hope when there's rivers to cross. And I know our lives will always change, but our hearts forever stay the same. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out with all the wild roads, and you're looking for a way back home, I'll be the light that only you can see. You can see. I'll be here when things go south. We can take our time just to figure it out. I'll be here when all gets.
Hey, we're back here at the XL Energy Center, and there is energy through the crowd. We're hitting the second overtime, and the skaters are back on the ice. We're about 50 seconds away from puck drop, and Joe, it's been absolutely electric right now. If you're the coach of both teams, you've got to make sure that you keep your defense still, doing the right things, but you got to take some chances.
You do. So you're talking about pulling the goalie right here on the field. No, but it is. You got to stay strong. It's. You're still looking right now. A fresh set of legs. How deep do you want to go with your lines, for one thing, and then staying technique here. I still think it's Bronze who's played spectacularly in goal and made some phenomenal saves, as has Hop as well for Maple Grove. But you do. It's a matter of trying to get ourselves under this, control the emotion. Everybody, fresh sheet of ice. They're going to try to explode, get some fast speed, use the speed to their advantage, and it's a matter of I'm curious to see how deep in the lines does Coach Manning go. Do you treat this as a regular period because you're thinking you may be grinding it, but it could be over next shot on goal.
Yeah, you've got to do the matchup. So one thing going for the Huskies is the losing team has always outshot the winning team this year for between these two. And right now, the Huskies have a four-shot deficit.
Hey, that's a great need to know. I love that one. Awesome job. So here we go. Period number two in overtime. Sudden death overtime. Knotted at 5. Huskies win the face-off. They move it ahead. Unable to control after that, but now Knox settles it, puts it right on the stick here. Cross ice, top of the face-off circle, a snipe, and this shot just goes over the top. Knox holds it and then tried to redirect in front. Unable to do so is Casey. Here comes Maple Grove back, their top line, drop pass. He puts a beautiful pass right on the stick there of Cooper Conway. He brings it back for Andover, moving it in. Oh my goodness, a chance, and an offside called. And at that time, a little too nonchalant with that pass was Gunderson, as he nonchalantly did a no-look pass between his legs, and Cooper Conway was right there, reversed ice and brought it up. and had a chance there with an odd man rush. So we see one line change by both of these squads already. So the Pearson line now in.
Yeah, the seniors are back out there, and hey, why not? This is their last game.
Setting up here, Maple Grove wins this face-off. It gets by Stringfellow. Horsing back there. Pick it up was Tristan May. Tristan May with, I think, one of those game-saving blocks that he made to get down. Chance the other side, a quick shot here. It looks like it caught Hop that time a little bit off guard there, and that's deflects back into the Andover end. Andover works it up from their own end, and we're just a minute into overtime. The second sudden death overtime period here. This for the Class 2A state championship. Andover deflects enough and trying to redirect as Gravink, and he finally sends it back in. They'll do a line change here. A shot, a save is made by Bronze. We'll see who's back out. This is the second line, or another line is led by Brooks Cogswell. Cogswell leads it. Back behind, giving chase here. Cogswell to the corner first, sends a backhand. Now reversing ice is Goman, and he gets there first in the corner. Goman has it disrupted, taken off of his stick by the Crimson. Crimson now going coast to coast, trying to get around the defense. Sends it to center, unable to do anything with it, and Andover will try to move it out. There's Cogswell in a battle. Hill, the centerman of that line, now moves it far side of the ice. Goman down to the ice, and back comes Maple Grove. They'll send a shot, save. Oh my, a chance there, but a good chance to defuse. A nice initial save there by Croft. Bronze now reversing. Here comes Thorson. Thorson on the ice. Toe drag, gets around, puts the shot, looks for the rebound. Didn't get the shot he wanted, but still holding there. Hustling off that ice is Dahl, so they can get the rest of that first line back on with Casey. A Whistler here just beyond the reach of Bronze. Shot here in Bronze is certainly getting tested early in this overtime. 14:28 remaining here in this second overtime.
Boy, every shot, every offensive possession is just tense. Both these squads are doing such a great job of trying to create, and both fan bases too are also on their feet.
Face-off will come, sudden death overtime. This the second face-off. Just missed that time an opportunity. The shot taken by Brink. Huskies move it up ice off the boards, and now through the neutral zone, a long pass, unable to complete as Law takes it back behind the Andover end. And their goal, moving it up ice. Conway kicks it over to Casey. Casey whistles it along the board. Hops the stick there at center ice of Casey, and now picking it up. Drop pass here, puts it on the stick, turns, fires, shot, save. Oh, extended and making a glove save. Hashtag FTL, flashing the leather and making that save is Bronze.
Giuliani was looking for his fourth goal, and he put a little changeup on that. Not a lot of speed, but just where Bronze was just able to wrangle that one in.
Using that leather and securing it, not allowing a rebound off the faceoff here. Disrupted on the shot off the faceoff. And Andover now has it near the blue line, now out, and it goes through neutral zone. Crimson bothered there. Good job by Zinda. Picks it up. Zinda still with the shot. Save. Rebound coming out, and it's shoveled to the corner. Good pressure there by Zinda. He just literally took over that puck from the defender of Maple Grove and got a good shot on. Back deep inside.
He's had a great game. Zinda's just had an outstanding game.
Into the corner now they work it. That's Andover, and that is Stringfellow. And the give and go back to May. And now back up ahead. Here's a chance. Every rotation. A Whistler here, and that's Pearson. He hits the skate of the defenders. They're going to try to take advantage of a little momentum swing there. Back in front, looking to pull the trigger, trying to get down to block it. There was Law. Oh, my goodness. How many extended stretches can he get with that stick? And finally, that third one was perfect as he just chipped it away from the forward of Crimson. They work in again. Defenseman now trying to get in a part of it to end this game, and that was by Danny Nelson. Nelson's got a series of goals here in the state tournament. Knox takes it behind his net, calmly, coolly, shovels a backhand over the Law on the opposite side of the board. Now, bringing it in. A whistle shot to the corner. Huskies will pick up that at half wall, and that's Cogswell. Certainly shorter shifts for both these teams as they get different players out there. Now a chance, trying to wind this up. Nicely played by Law. Here's a chance on a break opportunity to the far wing. Full head of steam coming for the Huskies. Looking to shuffle this one. Big pad save that time as Goman stretched his reach on there and almost ended it, but a nice pad save made by Hop. Crimson try to bring it in. They do. Disrupted. Now going to get a good look. They got too many players clumped all together, and the Huskies took that away thanks in large to Thorson. Thorson, over so dangerous. Moves in. Thorson, a blast. One at the end, and a pad save made by Hop. Into the corner. Still battling with it. You're seeing Cooper Conway trying to get in position. And Maple Grove will send this length of the ice, and there's the whistle. And icing it is. 11:28 remaining in this, the second overtime, sudden death overtime period in this, because the Class 2A state championship contest going on. The Huskies look to capture their first, taking on Northwest Suburban Conference foe, the Crimson, tied 5-5. Face off. Just to the left of Hop in the Maple Grove end. A little chip there picked up by Maple Grove, and Andover unable to hold the zone. They send a backhand that puts it on the stick of the forward for Maple Grove, who dishes it deep. They'll have it covered. Thorson, a no-look pass that time, and now it's picked up from behind, and here comes that number one line here. Conway has it, sets it across. There's a chance. Bouncing puck, chipping, chapping at it, and a save secured that time by Hop.
Wow, that was bouncing precariously, and it just not enough wood on it, and Hop was able to make that save. So just some stats right now. Shots attempted right now. Maple Grove 81, Andover 67. That's the shots attempted, not on goal, but that is 148 chances.
Good effort there also by Stringfellow to go the distance. Had a chance. Everyone's got a chance to be a hero on that next shot, except the goalies. A chance behind, and probably the worst person being in the audience watching this is probably the goaltender's parents.
Yes, absolutely.
But they both played tremendous. Now a break in. Here comes Zinda. He's had a spark today. Ooh. Some good skip in a step. Tries to hustle and rouse that puck up. Unable to do so now as the Crimson move it up through the neutral zone. Whistled for the offside for the Crimson with 10:38 to go.
There's some other stats, Joe. The face-off wins have really gone to the Maple Grove, 53-33 right now. So
boy, by 20.
By 20. So see how that may play on to something a little later on.
And just here's another note. It's spring ahead night, right?
Yeah.
And we moved the clocks ahead an extra hour tonight.
Yes.
10:30 moving in right now. Crimson with a shot. Just over top of the cage, and we're going to try to reciprocate. Here they come. Thorson moves in near side. He's got a little something else. He wants to turn fire, and that time just missed the mark altogether. And there's a shot on the follow-up by Knox trying to catch Hop. Maybe taking a deep breath and thankful that Thorson did not hit net on that shot. I thought he might stay with that backhand, Jim, as he came in.
Yeah, he turned around and looked for Conway, and just failed to click. I tell you what, dangerous line right now.
Face-off occurs now, 10 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second overtime sudden death period. Next goal will be the Class 2A state championship and the winners. Moving it up here, long lead pass through the neutral zone, and Thorson's knocked to the ice as he was trying to bring that puck back towards himself. Now it's the Crimson are ringing along the board at half wall. Now skating, shot here, blocked that time by Knox. Rebound comes all the way out on a doorstep. Someone call 911. Maple Grove was robbed by Bronze, and back will come Thorson. Back again. Crimson looking for another scoring opportunity. On the doorstep, robbed again. Far side, inside blue line. Here comes the Crimson losing the edge. That's a chance for Thorson. Odd man rush here for Andover. 9:20 to go. Bringing it in. Oh, an extra pass. Maybe one too many passes that time for Conway as he was moving in against Hop. You can see the defense is pressing. I'm telling you, you can see Andover. They're starting to really light it up. They're enjoying as these legs start to get more painful and probably those lungs on these shifts, but it is somehow motivating the Huskies and also their goalie, Bronze, who's robbed the Crimson of a couple of golden opportunities. Ooh. There's a wrister just wide of the mark that deflects, and now Cogswell tries to take it out, and he's hit at the blue line. Still moving ahead. Andover, a shot here. Wristed goes to the netting, and we'll have a face-off and a stoppage of play with 8:44 to go. I can't believe any of these guys on the ice would be tired. I'm hard them just getting into a zone.
Oh, my word. I tell you what a good, good checking. And to be honest, this is a championship game, Joe. We've had three penalties totally. One as two in his coincidental minors and one in the first period. It's been excellently officiated, and it's been a very clean game.
Boy, did Bronze rob.
Oh.
Crimson there, holding the zone. There's a shot by Law. Oh, I thought that was through. On the doorstep, Thorson's hooked down, but there'll be no penalties. They do not want to be involved with a penalty called here. They want the players to decide. Law with a beautiful wrister, strategically placed there. Andover diffuses that entry in and sends it back to Maple Grove. They're going to call the high stick, or is it the delayed offside there? Nonetheless, 8:22 to go, and look at this opportunity here by Law. Oh my God, I don't even think Hop saw it. Yeah. And then cutting back in, trying to hustle to that puck. You saw Zinda. Shot here. Back behind. Shot again, save, looking for the rebound. Oh, picking it up there was Knox, of course. I should have relaxed and known he was there. Knox now carries out of his own end ahead to Zinda. Zinda still coming in. Little drag, looks for the deflection.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Scores on a deflection! The Andover Huskies win their first Class 2A state championship. And I believe that game-winning goal is going to go to Gravenik. Logan Gravenik, and the shot by Zinda initiated it. Congratulations. Wow, what a game with 8:01 to go. In the second overtime sudden death period, the Andover Huskies have captured their first Class 2A state championship as Knox goes racing over to Coach Manny to give him a big hug. I can't believe Knox had that energy left.
Unbelievable. What an unbelievable game. It's too bad there has to be anyone that has a defeat from this, but this absolutely was one of the classic finals in state tournament history. Unreal.
Sticks and gloves cluttered the ice, and the Andover Huskies come away with their second sudden death overtime win in this state tournament. The first over Moorhead in the quarterfinals, a 2-1 win, and now this, a 6-5 win, and you gotta believe that the Huskies were destined to win their first state championship. Congratulations to Coach Mark Manny.
Yeah, what a senior moment for Logan Graving. Unbelievable. That is so classic. It's great to see these guys celebrate out there. Boy, girls and boys champions for in the state of hockey. Couldn't be any better for Andover.
Oh, and I'll tell you, Graving had been really grinding it out, that line, grinding it out all game, and he had a nice goal last night as well to Graving, and he's not ready for baseball season to begin yet, and he is ready to celebrate. Congratulations, wow, to the Andover Huskies, winners of the Class 2A state championship, their first in boys high school hockey. And Jim, you just mentioned it a hiccup ago, the girls picked up a state championship as well this season. There's another look, and it started out by Knox owning it out of the own end. He headbanded to Zinda. Zinda took the shot, deflected, put it on the stick. Got to have that sticky on the ice. And Gravik found a home for that puck in the back of the net. And now the Huskies will find a home for this trophy, representing the 2022 Class 2A state champions. And this group was so destined to win this.
Oh, yes, they were. And what an unbelievable job by Austin Bronze. Austin Bronze, absolutely one of the players of the tournament. I'm sure he'll be on the all-tournament team. He has saved the Huskies numerous times. Unbelievable. And you look down at Weston Knox down there. Weston Knox is just taking it in, and it's just unbelievable. I'm sure it's a great feeling for him, and what a senior moment for these guys.
Hey, and I'll tell you, Bronze had my heart stop a couple of times.
Yes.
And we put out a couple of 911 calls during the last 2 minutes prior to this game winner by Gravik. And Bronze makes some stellar staves. And wow, what a game. You can see the Andover Huskies. We see it, and you may be able to hear it, but they're tapping their sticks in appreciation to Maple Grove.
Yeah.
And their effort, and here comes Knox across to go over and give some individual congratulations there.
Yep.
Giuliani, who had the hat trick, had a little extra demo and a little digit time as he was showing the goals he had scored.
Yep.
That may have caught up with him because as you look at this, it was a 2-0 lead at first for Maple Grove. And then they cut it to 2-1 to Andover. Then it went up to 3-1 with 17 seconds left in that first period. And don't forget about that laser that was unleashed by Pearson, a snipe with 3 seconds remaining in that first period that cut the deficit to 3-2. Then they went to the third period, 1 goal scored.
Yep.
Andover, they tied it up at 3-3. You could kind of feel the shift. Andover then took the lead 4-3 on a goal by Casey. That was with 11:34 remaining. Jim, I think that's when you officially announced this game is over. and we were joking, of course, because it was just getting started with that goal by Casey. In fact, it was Maple Grove eventually took the lead 5-4, and Andover closed that gap and tied it on a goal to make it 5-5. Wow. And that sent it to overtime and then to double overtime, and Gravik cashes in on a nice rebound. The first shot taken by Zinda. I'm sure Knox is going to get an assist also on that game winner goal.
Yes, it's and that Zinda did an outstanding job. He really set the tone and tried to be physical and really was kind of the catalyst when the Huskies didn't have the momentum. He kind of came up and was able to kind of move that needle for the Huskies.
Hear the announcement there, and the captain comes out to accept the trophy, and that'll be Weston Knox who does that.
Oh, I think that's the outstanding player.
Yeah, the outstanding player.
Yep.
Congratulations. Thank you for picking that up. And the outstanding player goes to Weston Knox. I couldn't expect anything less from his talent and his skill. Wow, what a night as we are ready to roll. So we have a chance, and now the award ceremony will come down. We'll try to turn up the amp and maybe take off a headset here so you can hear it if you're at home. But again, you can hear it. 18,950 was the attendance that was announced here, a sellout crowd. No one was robbed of the performance we had seen here tonight.
No, not at all.
Maybe Maple Grove may have found that they were robbed, but Andover now matches the girls' state championship this season. And what an experience for the Huskies. Head coach Mark Manny, his staff as well, they all deserve it. Brett Barta, Cal Witkowski. I remember Cal playing at Andover High School, then played up at Minnesota Duluth. Dale Bukowski, a great forward as well. But wow, what a treat for this team. What a treat for the community, but also for Manny and his staff.
So the entire first line for Maple Grove was put on the all-tournament team along with Danny Nelson so far. Weston Knox, Caden Casey, and Gavin Thorson all named the all-tournament team. Austin Bronze, no surprise there. Absolutely, the all-tournament team.
Wow, look at the numbers up there. Hill Murray had a couple, Prior Lake a couple, Maple Grove had 4, and Andover 4.
Yep.
Casey, Thorson, Knox, and Bronze, a member of that all-state tournament. So, well, hey, we want to thank everyone for joining us. And this has been quite an experience bringing it to you, audio only, hoping we painted some sort of a picture for you. Congratulations. Not only to QCTV for being able to bring this to it, but being a part of an experience of the Andover Boys High School Class 2A State Championship, their first. Congrats also to Mark Manny, and congratulations to the whole team and the community. And for QCTV, I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs. Enjoy.